501-268-1987.
Question: do you recycle? We hope you do, and that you know what goes in your curbside recycling cart and what doesn't. Another question: has your recycling cart ever been left behind and not emptied? It happens. Here's why. If your recycling cart was not picked up, it may be because it contained plastic bags, trash bags, grocery bags, shopping bags, or even plastic wrap. To help get your cart picked up, please follow this simple rule. No plastic bags of any kind should be in your recycling cart, no matter what's in the bag. Plastic bags are not recyclable and belong in the trash, not in your cart. For more information, go to mydoright.com. At mydoright.com, you'll learn more about what goes in your cart and where you can drop off plastic bags. Remember, to do recycling right, there should be no plastic bags in your recycling cart. Learn more at mydoright.com.
Waiting is no fun. Like when you're hungry, waiting for the microwave. Waiting for the light to turn green when you're running late. Come on, come on, come on. Or waiting for your notoriously unpunctual friend to arrive at the bar, even though she just texted you 5 minutes away. Sure you are. At the payroll company, we know waiting stinks, which is why we pride ourselves on fast replies to our clients, doing payroll right and on time each month, and answering questions quickly and efficiently. The payroll company. Less headaches, more than payroll. Visit morethanpayroll.com.
Did you know that Tacos for Life has a new app? You can get it at the App Store. Freebies every week through the end of September. You can track the number of meals that you've raised for children in need. And you get a free taco for joining the Tacos for Life loyalty program. Earn points for every dollar spent and redeem points for free food. And speaking of free food, why don't you try it on that new bacon barbecue ranch taco, salad, or quesadilla? Limited time only at Tacos for Life.
Edgar Award-winning author and Arkansas native Eli Craner joins the zone every Tuesday courtesy of Jackalope Cycling. Jackalope Cycling in Russellville is there with bike rentals and service, camping gear, fishing accessories, whatever gets you excited about the outdoors. Eli Craner Tuesday in the Zone, brought to you by Jackalope Cycling. Check them out online at jackalopecycling.com.
Are you having a hard time getting in on the show? Well, just do what the kids are doing these days. Text us at 661-1037. Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Complete, lots of room. Jaden Wilson's got a chance to go. Inside the 40, inside the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. Touchdown, Arkansas. Isaac Tesla threw the home run block. Jaden Wilson scores the touchdown, and they're excited at War Memorial Stadium.
Oh, I love this. Now they make me movies in old black and white.
It is a 6:52. That receiver's name, Bruce, Raj, Tesla. It's weird when you look at it. You go say Tesla, not Tesla, like Tesla. One of 4 receivers to catch touchdown passes. And I tell you what, Josh, let's go ahead. Let's
Officially welcome.
Let's get Bruce officially welcome here.
Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of Bruce James. At Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer, they are your home for all commercial truck service and repair. Family owned and operated, keeping your fleet vehicles out of the shop and on the road. Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. Give them a call at 568-2185.
I don't smoke. Thank you. Another Jimmy Buffett right there. Michael Marion said Bruce can speak to this. The entire Ole Miss fan base was holding his breath, waiting on Peyton Manning to decide his college choice when he announced it was Tennessee. The Ole Miss fans went into a funk.
That is very true, Michael, for sure.
Yeah.
And look, let me tell you about Michael Utley and Jimmy Buffett. He was a college student booking Jimmy at Mississippi State for $5. So that's how far Michael Marion goes back with Jimmy.
Peyton Manning coming in today. Obviously, we're sold out, 1,300 folks, so we don't have any more seats, but you can watch it all. Let's do it on the bus. You can watch it on all the platforms for the Little Rock Touchdown Club. Bruce, your initial thoughts? Let's just sort of hit them pretty quick before we go to break.
Real quick, I was disappointed. You got to remember who we were playing. That's not UCA is a better football team than that. Good thing we weren't playing UCA.
Right.
You should be able to run the ball all day long on these people, and you're supposed to have a running back that is absolutely one of the best in the United States. So your offensive line really doesn't have to do that much if you do anything at all. I just thought they got whipped at the front, and that's inexcusable for us against that quality of team. And we caught a lot of passes, but once again, our receivers are superior to what was in their defensive back. Their quarterbacks, Dave, were some of the worst quarterbacks I've seen, talking about Western Carolina.
I do. I would agree with you on the running. One thing to point out, which will make a difference, you had one of your best offensive line. Brady Latham did not play. He's guys who had 36 straight starts, I think, for like 3 years. And so he should be back this week. That will help, because I think if you read between the lines, I think it's Crawford who was playing in that position. Probably he was battling with.
Right, I read between the lines. He might be.
Yeah, that's right.
Demoted.
So Latham will help back out. I was a little surprised. I think I was a little surprised that we didn't put as much pressure on the quarterback either. I saw a lot of bodies running in and out of there defensively on the defensive line, but we didn't get to the quarterback quite as much as I thought.
I totally agree. I mean, I didn't think they had the quickness off the ball I thought that they might have. The good thing is, the positive thing, we won the ball game. We got 3 games that we should never lose. I've been looking at Brigham Young. They struggled to beat.
I didn't even see a score. Who they?
Sam Houston State. They beat by 14 to nothing.
14-0.
Oh wow!
Up in the mountains.
Holy mackerel!
So they don't have much. You got 3 games to get it done in regards to getting set to playing in the SEC, and you better get better, and you better get better fast.
Well, you talking about UCA. They sort of went toe to toe with Oklahoma State for a while.
I'm glad we didn't play.
Yeah, listen, UCA's got a good football team. They got a lot of good players, and they're better than the group that came in with the Little Rock. Yeah,
congratulations.
Yeah, so as you said, you got 3 weeks. How about teams like LSU or Florida State who come out and play these kind of tough games early? LSU still has to play. So they play Mississippi State in 2 weeks, so they will have played a conference game and a top 5 opponent in 3 weeks. I've always felt that gives you the advantage, because everybody else is playing sort of softies those early few
It does.
weeks.
It hones your skills for sure. I go along with Roger. I thought the head coach made the biggest error he could possibly ever do when he said we were going to beat them. We're going to beat Florida State.
I am still stunned by that. Well, I guess he's supposed to say we expect to win.
But no, he was a little bit more emphatic.
Interesting.
I thought their offensive line was terrible. And their defense, you could see flashes of it, but they weren't on their game. And hats off to Florida State. You can see they got the athletes, and you can see they were ready to play.
Here's the deal. Don't write off LSU.
No, they'll be back.
Because remember last year they lost to FSU, and they come back and they end up getting better and better.
They're going to get tough.
But they looked like they did. They went out there and they just sort of thought they were going to walk out there and win. And FSU was a little hungrier, a little bit more fight, more physical.
I really thought they were, because they lost to Florida State last year in New Orleans.
Yeah,
and I thought, well, they're going to come out. They're going to revenge that game, and they really laid an egg. So yeah, you don't want a team like that you got to play down the line. You don't want them losing. You want them winning every game, and then so they'll have some reevaluations of some of their players this week.
And real quickly, because we're getting ready to hit a break, the shock or surprise on Colorado with TCU. Were you expecting that, or was it a little surprising?
I'm shocked. I'm not shocked. I'm surprised they won. I thought they were going to play well. They got too much, and I'm not a real big Sanders fan about just what you had said about his talk, but he knows how to coach, and he knows how to find players.
And he's smart enough. If he's got 2 of these athletes like his son and that Hunter kid, get him. Listen, that Hunter kid played 120 snaps. 120 snaps. He never came off the field, basically. I love that. I think if you can do it, man.
I'm all for him.
Yeah, that's you're the best on the field. You're in good enough condition. It'll make it be exciting. You smell that?
I do. She just walked by.
She did?
Yeah.
We're here at the State House Convention Center. Going to be a great day today. We'll check your messages on the text line when we come during the break. Come back, and we'll have Rick Schaefer, combination of Rick, Bruce, and Wally Hall all in this hour, and your new songs that Bruce gets to hear.
Yeah.
All right, 7 o'clock.
Serious sports talk and entertainment.
Let's put a smile on that face.
1037 The Buzz.
Hey, it's David Basil for Simmons Bank. You've heard me say over and over again how much I love being a Simmons Bank customer and learning about their amazing success story, starting with one little Pine Bluff bank in 1903 and now celebrating their 120th banking birthday. They have become one of the fastest growing banks in America. 120 years in banking, that's a ton of experience. The reason Simmons Bank has been around for 12 decades is because they have a track record of helping people turn their goals into plans. And that's worth repeating. Simmons Bank knows how to help their customers turn their goals into plans. And they're ready to talk to you now, but first, they'll listen. Simmons Bank will guide you at every step. No matter what's next in your life, Simmons Bank wants to make financing the easiest decision you make. A personal loan from Simmons Bank could be the solution you need for large purchases like home improvement projects, wedding expenses, vacations, emergency expenses, or an automobile, boat, or RV purchase. Don't wait any longer. Let Simmons Bank help change your financial life.
The last bastion of quality programming.
Why would you listen to any other radio station than 103.7 The Buzz? KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with Channel 7's Cassandra Webb.
Arkansas continues to help those who were affected by the devastating wildfires in the Hawaiian island of Maui. Mark Ingram with the American Red Cross from Little Rock says he got a call from his boss asking him if he would head to the island. Without hesitation, he was on his way. Ingram believes volunteers can bring hope to the city in the midst of the devastation. Hawaii's tourism authority is encouraging visitors to travel there to help the state's economy. Monday, Channel 7 News was at Fleet Feet's annual Labor Day Pancake Run in Little Rock. The popular running store sponsors this event where people run or walk up to 4 miles and then enjoy some pancakes. All the money they raise this year goes to Ferncliff Camp in Little Rock. The owner of Fleet Feet choose a different cause to donate money to each year with their Labor Day Pancake Run. For more news and weather, download our free KATV News and Weather apps. From the Channel 7 Newsroom, I'm Cassandra Webb.
Brought to you by Elia's Mexican Grill. Headed to the hill? Take exit 108 from either direction for award-winning Mexican food made fresh every day. Elia's in Morrilton, home of the chocolate nachos.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
A few more hot days before we get some relief at the end of the week. Today, 93 for a high, partly cloudy, and a 20% chance of a few pop-up isolated showers and thunderstorms. A high of 95 tomorrow. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Hi, I'm Trey Reed from the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, inviting you to join me every Wednesday morning for the latest news from the great outdoors. It's brought to you by Arts Marine in North Little Rock, now under new ownership, but with the same familiar faces and incredible service you've known for years, plus the area's best selection of boating parts and supplies.
Hey folks, it's David Basil out here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood. September is here, and you know what that means. Razorback football and Ram Power Days. If you need a truck, go see my friends at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood. They've got the best deals in the state on new Rams, and they'll treat you right. No games, no gimmicks. You'll get Frank Fletcher's best deal right up front, and they'll give you more for your trade. You see, Frank Fletcher doesn't want to just sell you a car. He wants to be your dealer for life. If you want to do that, you have to listen to the customer so you'll know what they want. Then you give them what they want without any hassle or stress. That's the secret of Fletcher Dodge's success. They listen to you and they treat you right without any hassles or headaches. Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood has a great selection of new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Rams, plus Frank Fletcher's low prices. Shop Fletcher Dodge before you buy anywhere else. So for the best selection, lowest prices, and best buying experience, go see my friends at Fletcher Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Sherwood, or you can shop online at FletcherDeals.com. At Edwards Food Giant, they know your family is important, and they also know that your time and convenience is as well. So why not take advantage of their heat and eat items in their deli department? Those famous Edwards Food Giant signature dishes with many of the same entrees and recipes that are served daily in the hot bar, all ready to take home and serve to your family tonight. This week's special is chicken and sausage jambalaya for only $7.49 per pound, with roasted potatoes and peppers for $4.99 per pound.
In 2007, Darren McFadden rushed for 206 yards and 4 touchdowns in upsetting the #1 team in Death Valley. Valley. While celebrating this victory, DMAC coined the phrase,
"We got that wood right here, baby."
Well, at Rideout Lumber, not only do
"We got that wood right here, baby,"
but Rideout Lumber also takes pride in the quality of building materials and service. Anything from takeoffs and material list to the lumber and supplies you need to complete any project, Rideout Lumber can help. Rideout Lumber, Arkansas's most trusted name in building supplies since 1971.
You know, I'm not exaggerating when I say this. QC Kinetics can change your life. You can live again without chronic joint pain and without drugs or surgery. Hey everybody, it's RJ Hawk. QC Kinetics is advanced regenerative medicine. They take your body's own concentrated healing properties and put them right back into your joints to restore and repair that damaged tissue without surgery. The patient satisfaction reports are astonishing. Finally, a new alternative to the old ways of dealing with pain. And unlike surgery, there's no downtime with QC treatments. If you have constant pain in your knees, hips, shoulder, or back, you need to call and get a free consultation from the medical professionals at QC Kinetics today. Imagine this fall moving around pain-free, doing the things that you love again, like walking, hiking, or even playing with those grandkids. Call QC Kinetics today for that free consultation. 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
At Reed's Metals in Benton, customer satisfaction is always their top priority, and they're dedicated to providing the highest quality materials available. Ask about metal panel profile offerings with over 20 colors, all backed by a written 45-year S&P paint warranty. Plus all your roofing accessories, underlayment, insulation, lathing boards, anchor bolts, pipe boots, pole barn kits, and more. Call Reed's Metals in Benton at 501-77-METAL. That's 501-77-METAL. Buy direct and save. Reed's Metals.
Adding the price of ribeyes per pound, the potatoes, salad, drinks, then the charcoal.
What are you doing, Hope? And what's with the calculator?
Oh, hey, Courtney, trying to add up the cost of throwing a cookout.
Why would you go through all of that when you could just go to the butcher shop instead?
Wait, what? Now that's a great idea, because by the time I buy everything at the store, I could have just gone to the butcher shop instead and saved money.
Not to mention all that messy cleanup you won't have to do now. So for your next gathering, let the Butcher Shop Steakhouse do all the cooking on their huge charcoal grill.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
In the Oaklawn Racing Casino and Resort Studios.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf!
Here is David Basil, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
7:06 here on Morning Mayhem, live from the State House Convention Center, the Wally Allen Ballroom. You know, all the Allen boys,
we know
the Allen family.
Boys.
Yes. Everybody's been super nice here. Andrew, Kitty, the whole gang here. 1,300 people sold out in 5 hours, and probably could have sold another 500 tickets. But you can watch it all. Peyton Manning today on all the YouTube, Facebook, Twitter accounts for the Touchdown
All your
Club.
social media platforms.
That's exactly right, Roger. Or you can listen to it on the bus. He'll be on with Wes and Justin at 11:30 for a few minutes, and then he'll be back on stage about 12:15 to do some Q&A. So I got some fun stuff to do with him. Got Bruce James here, brought to you by Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. Bruce will be giving away $103.70.
Yes,
coming up shortly. And if you missed what he said about the game, we'll let him repeat that here in a second. Got Wally Hall coming too, but first, Roger and Bruce, we got to check in with our man Rick Schaefer.
Mister
Rick Schaefer on Morning Mayhem is brought to you by Edwards Food Giant. Edwards Food Giant, the meat people, the only stop you'll ever need to make your family's grocery needs.
Good morning, Rick. Rick, are you there? Hello, Rick.
Ricky.
Rick. While we're waiting for Rick, he's there somewhere. Debbie Wyman, our executive director, wanted to remind everybody there's no free parking down here, Raj, like there is at the Doubletree. You got to park on your own, but we do have shuttles running from the Main Street parking deck. So if you park down there,
really,
yeah. So through the Twin City Limousine.
So you get to park down there. You'll shuttle me here. Do I still need the receipt? Then I can get.
No, you don't get any receipts. It's your own parking.
You're on your own today.
But if you don't feel like walking the 2 blocks, they'll be it's
okay.
Yeah. So maybe if you've got a bad bum knee, Bruce, like us, or whatever the issue is.
Or you don't want to walk.
What's that?
Or you don't want to walk it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Rick.
I tell you what we'll do. Let me text Rick real quick.
Okay, while you're doing that.
Here's the deal. Because I wanted, let me see. I'm going to go. Are you there, Rick? Are you there?
Is anyone there?
I wanted Rick to hear your song, but we may have to go ahead if we don't have Rick. I want.
And I don't know. He knows who Jimmy Buffett is. I don't know if he's gone into if even Jimmy Buffett's secular songs has broached Rick Schaefer's appetite.
I tell you what we'll do. We're going to go ahead and play the first one.
This is the bonus track.
Okay, good.
And it's about, isn't that the one you want to play?
Whatever you
yeah,
want.
Play the bonus track, and that is about the controversy, the stadium, and all the issues that they were beating up all over the War Memorial staff, saying that they weren't prepared and all those things. And we know that they want to move the games up there, even though they don't sell out up in Fayetteville and all that. And I'm almost indifferent about it. But with respect to Jimmy Buffett, I had to write this one too.
All right, here we go.
Sing it if you know it.
Little, how fitting, Jimmy Buffett.
Of course.
Yes.
It'll cause heartache. Coach lives on the lake. He doesn't care to play any games here.
You don't?
No, we don't mean a thing. He'll just go snorkeling. He'd rather have nothing but a damned old cold beer.
That's him.
They want to play all home games up in Fayetteville. They don't give playing here one second thought. Some people claim that our attendance is to blame, but we know it's Sam and Hunter's fault.
Sam and Hunter's fault.
Very good line.
Go home.
Go. There it is. That's your bonus track. And that is to keep things riled up a little bit.
And then we have another song.
We have another song that'll be the weekly song. Once again, this is the bonus track. Thanks to Ortho Arkansas and Dr. Jimmy Tucker for once again doing two things in my life: is sponsoring these songs and keeping my wife gainfully employed.
All right, I think Rick is there. Let's go to Rick now. So we've hit his open already. Rick, are you there?
Listen, on. First I had to hook up the
he
line,
is.
then my microphone is on. You know, when you have a holiday like yesterday, you can forget everything. And so here I am. Thank you for texting me. I'm sorry for that. And who said, was that Roger singing that song?
Yes.
How about that, Rick?
Yes, we 10 years
at least.
Yeah, he's probably got 200 plus songs.
You write
every week. Every week. What's that?
And you write those songs?
Yes, I do.
Does.
Well,
and so Rick.
Well,
just,
thank you, Rick.
Rick just. Yes, go ahead.
And so you're singing songs about never playing in Little Rock. I don't know about that, but the crowd Saturday I thought was really good. What did you guys think?
Well, you talking about the crowd?
Yeah, for the opponent and all that. Yeah.
Can I tell you when I looked at the
hot day?
Yeah, Bruce.
Yeah,
Bruce James is here with us. Bruce, from my vantage point, for 44,000, I know it's not sold out, but I think if you're a player, it didn't look. I thought the crowd was pretty engaged. Right. It sounded like a loud crowd. So
sure. Well, I'm one of the players that it doesn't matter how many people are there. Yeah. You don't have. I mean, it's one of those things. If you've got a good football team, you're not worried about the crowd. You're going to go play, and so that's never. I mean, I remember when we were playing in Rice Stadium.
There's nobody there.
And nobody would be 80,000 seats. I know Rick remembers those days, don't you, Rick?
Oh yeah. I can remember Rice's sports information director telling me, this is years ago, obviously Arkansas was in the Southwest Conference, saying that if you took every Rice graduate, living and dead, in the history of the school, it wouldn't half fill their stadium. Isn't that
they had 80,000
It's a massive stadium.
Yeah,
it's a
huge,
massive old stadium.
But when they built it, they were really good. And there was no professional football in Houston. So Rice was a folk. University of Houston was nothing. So people came to Rice's games. And we're talking about the 40s, but that's why they built that stadium like that. They've had a Super Bowl there.
Well, Rick, anyway,
for War Memorial, it's a good crowd. I get financially, if finances are the driving force in athletics, then you can't play there because there's no comparison. But I thought about this too, and you guys could disagree with me. If Arkansas was playing Western Carolina on Labor Day weekend in Fayetteville, there might have been 52,000, but there wouldn't have been 74,000. So
that's a good point.
Yep, I agree, Rick. I'm sort of over the argument of it. Just we got the win. I was going to say, obviously, you'll be able to hear Rick this afternoon with Double R the Pirate. Yep. But Rick, just so you treetop thoughts on on what you saw Saturday from the team.
I think we can debate the transfer portal every day of the year on our radio shows. It saved Arkansas's program. Saved it. You just think about that. Where would Arkansas be without the transfers into the program? Those receivers are good. I'm telling you, Tesla and Armstrong, those guys are really good. We've only seen them once, but we've been hearing about them in practice all the time. Mm-hmm. And then you look at the defensive linemen that they brought in. Okay, Arkansas might have had a decent defensive line. They might have had 4 or 5. Now they got 8, and they feel good about it. Okay, the secondary. Were there a couple times there were people open? Yes. How many times last year were there people open? Just about every play. So you look at that secondary, they tackled well, they covered, they picked off 4 passes and knew what to do once they caught it. Well, who's starting back there? Transfer from Georgia, 2 from Baylor, 1 from LSU who was here last year. The transfer portal has transformed Arkansas's program. Plus with what they've got, like Luke Haas, freshman tight end, no doubt about it. Brad Spence, man, we've been hearing about him. Well, he had one play that is pretty dazzling, and I'm sure he'll make many others. So that's my observation. And with Isaiah Satania, you got a guy that can return a kickoff for a touchdown. So,
that was something, guys, you can, it's pretty easy. That's why I love speed. Speed kills, as we used to say. You can see that his feet are moving a little bit faster than everybody else's. It's just, whether it be a Bo Jackson or a Herschel Walker or a Deion Sanders, they just Satania, again, there'll be obviously better quality opponents that will play, but you just see how exciting he is.
It's funny. Do y'all ever watch SEC Shorts? Those guys are hilarious. They are hilarious. Well, they've got them up by 9:00 Monday morning. They're up. And so I'm watching it, and Arkansas is the first one up there. And the guy, he's wearing a jersey for the same guy, wearing a jersey for every school. And he comes on and says, yeah, I know right now we can probably concede that Colorado's the number 1 team in the country. But I think you could say Arkansas is number 2, and they all go through that. And because everybody beats somebody bad except Florida. The very last scene is Florida's in the dark. Everybody else is happy, but Florida's in the dark. And LSU's, complaining. But anyway, SEC just pounded bad teams. And so you can get a warped perception of your team. But I think we did see the talent level at Arkansas has jumped considerably since last year. And so that gives you some hope. Yeah, are the other teams good too? Yeah, sure they are. But it gives you hope that every week you got a chance to win.
Well, I will say, Bruce, the kid who killed us last year, broke our back, the kid just went with black, the quarterback for Bama, he's the first quarterback to throw 3 passing touchdowns, run for 2. He ran the 80-yarder against us. That was a backbreaker. He looked very impressive looked good. He was fast. He was fast last year. He looked like a linebacker. So, they got to be feeling good about themselves. Georgia, got to be feeling good about themselves. But back to the transfer portal. It's really interesting. Georgia doesn't have any transfers. They don't need it because everybody. But everybody else, that's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's just life now in college football. Every school is almost that way.
Colorado's entire team is that.
It's going to get to a bidding war. It already is in a bidding war, but it's going to get worse.
That's the other part of this too, Bruce and Rick, that you got the money. We don't see that. We really haven't been exposed. We've heard a little bit about it, but it's there. Yeah,
it's there.
Yeah, it's there.
The only thing I know about Arkansas is I have no idea what any player is making. I'm told Arkansas's NIL is very good. That's all I know. And you think about, again, the state of Arkansas with 3 million people, and there is some wealth, obviously. But I can tell you this, people like the Waltons, they don't give their money to stuff like that. I think the Hunt family does, and the Tyson family probably helps. But the wealthiest of the wealthiest aren't the ones doing this, but there are some people that have money that help. Now, is Arkansas? I'm told LSU's baseball NIL might be the highest of anybody. For what they do for baseball, that's why they get guys like Scenes who they had last year. But I think Arkansas does well. But you're right; it does change it. The question is, how long will that go on? Will people continue to do that, knowing that that's still not? It's not tax deductible. Now, some people don't need the tax deduction, but it's not. And so how many are going to keep giving to that year after year? And I don't know that.
I just wonder, what do you think? You think, by the way, Edwards Food Giant brings you Rick Schaefer every Tuesday. Bruce, if you and Roger, if you knew how much the players were making, if that was public knowledge, do you think it would change the way fans would view it, or when they see him on the field, hey, the KJ's making $500,000, or this kid's making $100,000? Do you think Rocket's making $100,000? Do you think it would change anything the way we?
No, I think the fan would judge their performance every week and say, hey, we're not getting our money's worth, and then you're into professional thought process, and then you're going to get a professional type fan.
Roger,
I have to agree with that. Yeah. I can't add anything to that. I think so. I mean, the ones that are complaining, and I take that back. I can't add, can I? The ones that would be complaining and wanting to boo and do all that now will just they'll beat their chest and go, say, I've been telling you they suck anyway for a long time, and now they're getting paid to do it. And they
I don't know if it'll ever happen or not, but it would be the other thing I want to bring up.
Why would it matter, really? What do you think?
Well, I think if it changes the perception of what you're watching, when you know, without knowing it, you don't think about it. But if you actually do it, he's making 10 times more than you. I will say this: KJ Jefferson was extremely accurate as always. I tell you, the guy doesn't throw many bad passes.
I thought he was much better passer.
Yeah, and his ratio of interceptions to touchdowns has always been good. He doesn't, Sam Pittman made a joke after the game. What he missed? He said, "What three incompletions? He's got to get better." Joking.
I wonder if it would make Griswold different if he knew what his starting quarterback was making as opposed to what he was making. I think it might maybe affect the player's thought process. So,
and that's what
I'll give you. Nick Saban has made it very clear the team that he fears the most is Texas, because all the money they have and willing to spend.
Big game this week.
Yeah, and he's got a big game this week with them. But where you get into it, let's just say and I play defensive end. Okay, let's say that I'm getting paid this amount of money, and my two technique next to me, we're going into this game, we definitely need each other.
Yeah,
and he's making half, or I'm making half of him. What I'm getting paid, he's not getting paid. I can see where you got players in the front four or the offensive line, and you got one guy making a lot more money than the other. Human nature is going to come into play with that.
Agree.
But isn't that the case in all professional sports? The quarterback makes enormously more than anybody else, but if it all depends on how you treat people. If you are humble about it and treat people well, because in every aspect of life there are people making more money than other people. People in business work besides people every day that are making more than they do. It's how you treat people, and I think as far as the fan base, one way you can soothe it. Now, Arkansas's cooperative requires community service. If those guys are out doing things for kids or for families, that changes perception. You're not thinking about what they're making then. You're thinking, hey, this guy's a really good guy. He was at our event last night. He did this, he did that. Totally changes perception if you're out there doing something in the community. Now, those who don't see that, then they are, just as Roger and Bruce said, they're going to judge you on, are you worth what they're paying you? But if the more people you get to know, the more you're out in the community, I'm telling you, it changes perception.
That's cool.
All right, let me ask you guys this, because we do have Peyton Manning coming. Eli and Peyton's record is against Arkansas at obviously 2 Ole Miss schools in Tennessee. Go.
Okay. They've never lost.
Archie's 1-0.
One game?
Yeah. Peyton is 3-0.
No, Peyton's 4-0.
4-0. Okay, because they were senior year. Okay, Arkansas beat Eli at least once in 7 overtimes.
No, the 7 overtime. That's. I don't know about Eli. I know that we did win that game. Yeah. I just don't know about the other, but obviously the Mannings have had, had pretty good success. Of course, when Manning played against us, guys, it was those were the Danny Ford years, and he got right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's look at historically the University of Arkansas. Coach Sproles never beat Ole Miss.
No, is that right?
Yeah, never beat Ole Miss.
No.
Okay. And so we're historically Ole Miss all through the years beat Arkansas.
Yeah.
And I know that losing when we lost to Ole Miss in the Sugar Bowl, I know that it was a game we played 3 weeks before and losing the big shootout. But he always wanted to beat Johnny Vaught and he never got it done.
Yeah. It's interesting that Peyton Manning and Eli get all the attention, but Manning, when he was in college, he was Johnny Manziel. He was a Johnny Manziel.
You don't. I chased him.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Saints had just struggled with the franchise. He never got that recognition that Peyton and Eli were able to do with their careers.
Oh, he did
which is
well.
so
We'll see if we can get.
He
What's
did play while he was there. He did. He was a Heisman contender, but he broke his arm in a game against Southern.
Yeah, against Houston.
And so that set him back his last year. But he was highly recognized, and particularly they had buttons that said Archie Who. You remember that where they beat Tennessee?
Oh yeah.
Said Ole Miss. All that is a bunch of mules, and Ole Miss went to Tennessee like 38-0. And Archie got plenty of publicity back then. But the problem is with Archie, the pro teams he played on were awful. And so
the Saints were bad. Yeah.
He's running for his life every play, and Peyton obviously played on much better teams in the NFL.
Let me just say something. Can you imagine the kind of talent that he had? And I can tell you, you're talking about a guy that was 6'4", and he was raw bone. He was absolutely strong, and you were trying to chase him all over the field. Imagine that his high school team, they didn't win but 4 games his senior year. And that's hard for me to even imagine.
Yeah,
Drew,
that is crazy,
right? Isn't that where he's from?
Yeah,
Drew,
popular. 2,000,
always great to thanks to Edwards Food Giant for your sponsoring you, and we have something to talk about. We've been Rick for all this time.
That's the fun thing, and look, let's call a spade a spade. The team Arkansas is playing this week is probably not as good as Western Carolina. Kent State got absolutely drilled by Central Florida. But I got to tell you, somebody in their sports information office has taken up public relations, taken them to a higher degree. Because when you go to their website, after they lost that game, I think it was 56-6 or something like that. The headline says, Kent State gets 3 takeaways in loss to Central Florida. They forced 3 turnovers. They lost 56-6, but that's the headline. Is but by golly, we forced 3 turnovers. Somebody has taken PR to a higher level there when you point that out in a 56-6 loss. So I think Arkansas will have an advantage. So there again, you think about some of these backups. Criswell ought to get to play some more. And we talked about Criswell. I think he's helped make Jefferson better. Competition helps make you better.
Sure.
And, by golly, he's a good player. And Jefferson has to know that. So that's all making Arkansas a little bit better. We're going to see more of that defensive line, the secondary. All those guys will get some more experience. And then after that, then you got 10 weeks of football that are, other than Florida International, you got 9 really tough games ahead of you.
Rick makes up better.
He's like that. That's right, Rick. Now you can catch Rick and Randy today. We'll be breaking it down. Double R the Pirate.
There it is. We will.
No, Justin. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
buddy.
Rick.
Have a good day.
Sorry, I was on a little bit late. Thank you all for having me.
Are you good? Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it. Thank you, buddy.
You too.
Josh, let's go ahead and take a break. We'll come back. I got several things. One, we'll welcome Wally Hall to the show. 2, Bruce has got to give away $103.70 sometime before he leaves. And Roger,
There's another song.
And then we'll have a little Razorback rewind to some of the big games from this weekend. Right now it's 7 from Morning Mayhem. A little
birthday boy
Freddie Mercury, one of the greats, talking about Jimmy Mercury today. It is 7:30.
Brought to you by the Big Car and Truck Show Saturday at Good Sale Truck Accessories. Food, fun, music, and lots of awesome show cars. It's all Saturday, 9 to 3 at Good Sale Truck Accessories, Exit 8 in Jacksonville.
This is Sports Center.
Big weekend across the state in college football, highlighted by the Arkansas Razorbacks' resounding win over the Western Carolina Catamounts in Little Rock. 56-13 was your final score. KJ Jefferson threw for 3 touchdowns and rushed for 1 as well. Rocket Sanders had 2 scores on the ground. The Hogs also had 4 interceptions in the game. One of them, an 85-yard pick six by Brad Spence. As Arkansas gets to 1-0, things did not go as well for teams in the rest of the Natural State. Arkansas Pine Bluff lost on Thursday night to Tulsa 42-7. Arkansas State took a 73-0 shellacking at the hands of the Oklahoma Sooners on Saturday afternoon. And Central Arkansas put up a strong fight against the Oklahoma State Cowboys, losing 27-13 in Stillwater. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
A few more hot days before we get some relief at the end of the week. Today, 93 for a high, partly cloudy, and a 20% chance of a few pop-up isolated showers and thunderstorms. A high of 95 tomorrow. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer presents Bruce James every Tuesday morning this fall on Morning Mayhem. Bruce will break down each game, the opponent, and the Razorback program the only way he knows how, and that's with no punches pulled. Bruce James with David, Roger, and Justin on Morning Mayhem, presented by Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer, your home for all commercial truck service and repair. Family owned and operated, keeping your fleet vehicles out of the shop and on the road. Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. Give them a call at 568-2185.
Roger Scott for Leaf Guard of Arkansas. Attention homeowners, it's time to put gutter worries behind you with Leaf Guard of Arkansas, the only true one-piece single covered gutter system on the market. Let's talk some facts. Guaranteed to never clog. Yeah, you got that right. Say goodbye to the endless hassle of gutter cleaning. This month, brace yourself for the incredible $99 install sale. Just $99 installation for a limited time on a complete Leaf Guard system. It's the deal of the year and you don't want to miss out. And interest-free financing until 2025. No monthly interest if paid in full within 18 months. Picture this, a world where gutters never clog, where muck and mud and shingle grit are a thing of the past. Do not risk your life cleaning out your gutters or paying somebody else to do it every year. You'll never have to climb up there again. So why wait? Protect your investment, protect your foundation, get Leaf Guard now. Ask about the $99 install sale and interest-free financing until 2025. Give them a call at 501-664-5400 or check them out at leafguardandmore.com. Invest in your home. Invest in Leaf Guard.
This is David Dunn with Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. Do you own or operate Max, Volvos, Freightliners, Kenworths, Peterbilts, or international trucks? We can offer you the same dealership level computer diagnostics with highly trained and professional mechanics without dealership wait times and cost. Whether you're a municipality, fleet, or small business with one truck, come see why our customers have made us the highest rated independent repair shop in Arkansas. Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. Take exit 7 on I-440 or call 568-2185.
Stop by Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy and check out Arkansas's very own Spartan zero-turn mowers manufactured in Batesville. And if you're a fan of quality, look no further. Hennard's carries still handheld equipment. Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, your hometown dealer no matter where you live, 501-268-1987.
3 doors down, away from the sun anniversary tour. Special guest Candlebox. Friday, September 8th, Simmons Bank Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
You can take the Mayhem wherever you go. Just search Morning Mayhem wherever you get your podcast. Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio.
The field opens, and Jefferson's into the end zone for a touchdown. I'm not sure, Quinn, that was quite the way they diagrammed it, but it goes for 17 and a score.
This week's segment with Wally Hall is presented by Capital Smokehouse Grill. Check in for at 915 West Capitol in Little Rock. Now, to the most powerful pen in the state, here is Wally Hall.
What a day, Raj, to have the combo of Bruce and Wally together.
The trifecta with Rick.
We're combining Monday and Tuesday.
Always great to work with a legend.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm here.
It is. We are here at the State House Convention Center for today's Touchdown Club meeting, and with Peyton Manning, it's going to be historic in the sense we've never, and we'll never probably have another unless we bring in Tom Brady. And Tom Brady, we may go to the Simmons Bank Arena if that ever happens, but. It's going to be a fun deal today. If you can't be here, if you don't have tickets, you can listen on the Buzz. You can listen to all the Touchdown Club platforms. He's going to be very good. Obviously, it's so much in his career. Obviously, even playing against the Razorbacks. But Wally, we've got some film to watch, the Hogs, and really, Bruce, think about it, Raj. You really haven't seen much practice. So that was the first time we really got a chance to see. And what was your sort of takeaway, Wally? Just big picture.
I thought there were definitely three quarters were different than the first one. They were determined to come out hard and fast, and they did, and it just seemed like they let up after that. They got them down, so
getting a lull,
got a little bit of a lull, and Arkansas just could not run the ball.
Yeah, that was the shocker. I think we averaged 2.8 yards a carry. I think over the only 105 yards, and even if they were stacking the box a little bit, it's still we should be able to against an FCS team. Impose our will running the ball, and I even said even on the defensive line, I don't think we quite got much pressure to the quarterback. So that is sort of a red flag. That doesn't mean that we can't get better, but it is sort of a red flag.
Too many stalemates.
Yeah,
I mean, when you're an offensive lineman and they stop you, in other words, you don't make a push, they stalemated you. Same thing with your defense. You got to get, if you're attacking defense, you've got to get across the line of scrimmage. Our defensive line was stalemated quite a bit.
Perfect game to fix these things, though.
True. Got two more after this one.
They were 34.5-point favorites against Western Carolina. There's 37.5 against Kent State.
Yeah, and Bruce, why don't we throw out your question now for $103.70, brought to you by Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. This is
and
really
you're sure I'm not eligible?
No. And Roger, did you hear him give the answer a second ago? This is.
I heard. Yeah. I couldn't.
This is it. All right, go ahead, Bruce.
Okay, obviously we're playing Kent State, and as I said earlier before, know their players and people in history and things of that nature. So the question is, what famous football coach, not only in the SEC, but at Arkansas, that actually played football for Kent State? Now, some of the great coaches that have been players there, with Saban played there, and also Gary Pinkel.
Pretty amazing.
And this guy played there for 2 years. What's his name?
So, okay, ask the question again from the start.
All right, question again. What famous SEC quarterback and national quarterback and that played football at Kent State might be having ties to Arkansas?
661-1037. So I thought I had the answer. Yeah. Now I think I'm blank on what the answer is.
I didn't hear him. I still don't know.
661-1037.
Did I say it improperly to where it's hard to understand?
No, I just didn't realize that that particular person who you had said, maybe I didn't catch because I can't remember how many different people had been at Kent State.
Yeah, he was there as a player for 2 years.
Yeah, and he played,
according to what I read.
And he played what position?
I have no earthly idea.
Okay. I was thinking for some reason I thought you said quarterback.
I did too. I thought I heard
you just said quarterback.
No.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't offensive line.
I agree.
Yeah, I was thinking you had said he was an SEC quarterback or yeah.
Maybe I did, and I just forgot my age or something. I don't know. I meant coach.
Okay.
Yeah, because
you said quarterback. Yeah, I heard quarterback.
I was thinking, wait a minute, maybe I'm confused.
It's all right. Yeah.
You've never done that before.
Oh, no, listen. Please.
He went please. That's exactly right.
I apologize.
That's okay. 661-1037. Let me know if we got somebody.
So you want to read it again? I don't know.
You want to read it one more time?
Okay.
One more time.
Here we look.
Right,
we're talking about historical people that have played at Kent State. The person we're looking for was a famous SEC coach and other places. And he was also at Arkansas as a head football coach.
Okay.
He was. That's the thing that's throwing me off.
Yeah. That. So you got that
as a head coach.
All right. Let's
go to the first one who's been holding the longest. Holy cow, Carl. Carl, is that you?
Yes, sir. That's me.
All right. What is your answer?
I thought I'm wrong. Never mind.
Wow. Say your answer. You waited 30 minutes, and then something just happened, and I think you're gonna have to clean your shorts now. But let's see, opening for Saturday night. Let's go to Charles.
Let's go with Lou Holtz.
That is correct.
Wow.
Lou Holtz played for 2 years at Kent State.
Ron Calcagni is listening.
Wow.
I think he played center. That's what Ron said. I think he was a center at Kent State.
You said offensive line.
Right, he was a center.
Wow.
He was. I think Lou Holtz was a
The
center.
only 106-pound center in history.
Wow. All right, Charles, just put you. Well, Josh will get your information. $103. No, it's a Walmart gift certificate. Let me. I've said
Okay,
that twice
Walmart
now.
certificate. Thank you, David Dunn.
Yeah.
That was one that shocked me. I mean,
But listen, that shocks me more than Jimmy Johnson being on the O-line. Jerry Jones being on the O-line for the Arkansas
Well,
Razorbacks.
I don't think Lou probably did very
Well,
well.
he played 2 years.
Yeah, I was about to say, he didn't get many snaps.
I'm not sure he wasn't Rudy.
Wow.
What that Saban was there and Pinka was there.
And they were roommates.
And
Can you imagine that?
Did you mention one other one too? or
Jack
no?
Lambert.
Lambert, good Lord.
Wow.
Wally, we asked Bruce earlier, obviously the talk of the national, really the national sports scene is Deion Sanders. Obviously, you're a journalist. What do you think about that whole story?
That was a great story. It was good for football. I thought TCU wasn't going to be the same team they were last year, so Colorado went in, got the win over a team that was overrated, and we still have yet to see how good Colorado is. 70-player transition.
Yeah.
That.
Well, I think it's actually 86. 86. Yeah.
All of them centers.
I did think it was interesting that the coach at the coach at TCU talked about he's talking about the Hunter kid that is it Travis Hunter? Yeah, Travis Hunter, the kid that was the number one recruit in the nation or number two, said their kid played every snap. Our kids didn't, and he said he started sort of blaming his strength coach and conditioning coach to where. That guy is the best guy on the field, and he never came off. And Deion Sanders is smart enough to go, I did that too. If you're good enough, my guy's better than you. And, again, they're going to struggle against some better teams. But just the fact they went into TCU at Fort Worth and to be a 20-point underdog. But, boy,
Deion actually interviewed for the Arkansas job.
Yeah, that was something that Hunter referenced, right?
Yeah, and apparently he was very impressive in his interview. But he had zero experience at that point.
He worked for TCU too.
Yeah, you of course again you can't hire him.
He's taking receipts. So he's got receipts.
He's was it Ed Warner that he got into about that? I'm taking receipts. I saw what you. But here's a problem though. You start doing that now, game one, you better karma can catch you pretty quick if you're not. And listen, what he did is really impressive, and it's great for, like you mentioned, college football.
Yeah.
Again, the other story was how bad that LSU got whipped. FSU is back, which we haven't seen in a long time. The other one was Clemson is not. That was a shocker. Bruce is right. Duke looked like Clemson.
Even Dabo said it was. He said, I'll paraphrase. I think he's never seen a game like that before.
The other one, and then we'll go to break on this one, Wally. ASU 73-0. Lost to Oklahoma. I expected them to lose, but not 73-0.
45-0 at half.
Yeah, that's you expect them to be more competitive. I don't expect you to beat Oklahoma, but
well, I'm assuming Oklahoma played a lot of the backup players, wouldn't it, in the second half, trying to stay away from injuries. Why would you want to run it up on purpose?
You would think so. The other thing, Wally, we were talking with Bruce. Bruce, no bigger fan than Bruce James with Jimmy Buffett. That was a shock at age 76 to lose Jimmy Buffett.
I'm not a huge music fan. I haven't been since the Four Tops died. But I love Jimmy Buffett. I mean, he just makes you feel good.
Listen, he was yacht rock before there was yacht rock.
Right. Yeah, he's one of those guys. You say his name, you smile.
Excuse me, Kenny Chesney has done all right by imitating him.
Well, he was one of a kind.
Yeah.
Nobody else out there like Buffett, and now Chesney's done some of the Buffett stuff.
Yeah, interesting how when he decided he wasn't making it anywhere, he decided that he was going to sing to people that own boats. I heard a story talked about how many people that he figured out that were registered boats in Michigan and all on the Great Lakes. Some of the biggest crowds were up there.
Well, I don't reckon. I'm sure I heard some of his music, maybe on KCK back in the early 70s, maybe. But I don't think I really heard a song from him that I can remember. First time was in Urban Cowboy. You know, what is that? Something Texas or whatever it is.
Come Monday was his first, I would say, hit enough. As he said, I made enough money to get back from California to Florida. That was his first real song.
Well,
as far as making.
All right, we'll come back and visit with Bruce James. We'll let Bruce go after this one and Wally for a little bit longer. If you want to be a part of the show, 661-1037. We're here at the Wally Allen Ballroom, State House Convention Center. It's going to be a historic day today with the Little Rock Touchdown Club.
Let those winds of time blow over my head. I'd rather die while I'm living than live while I'm
Is joint pain, soreness, and achiness getting in the way of your best life? Football legend Emmitt Smith refuses to back down to pain. That's why he's a huge advocate for QC Kinetics and their natural approach to getting you relief.
Look, we get one trip around, so I wouldn't ever let pain stop me from hanging out with my race team, traveling with my family, or golfing with my friends.
Emmitt's got it right. And QC Kinetics uses regenerative medicine to relieve that never-ending pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back. And the best news, there's nothing foreign being introduced into your body. Just your own body's natural healing properties. No surgery or no downtime.
If pain's holding you back, maybe it's tennis, pickleball, running, hiking, or spending time with special people in your life, what are you waiting for? This is precious time. Get out there and get over to QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
The Main Street Food Truck Festival is back. Your favorite food trucks are rolling into town for the 12th annual Main Street Food Truck Festival. 60 food trucks of every genre, with sample sizes at each truck, live music, and fun for the whole family. Bring the family for great food and a good time on Main Street. Join the Downtown Little Rock Partnership's 12th annual Main Street Food Truck Festival from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, September 17th.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. For the past few months, we've been asking you to give us a chance to buy your cars, and the response has been great. We really appreciate all of you who brought your cars in and turned it into cash. We've purchased hundreds of cars from fine people just like you. Folks, we're still buying cars every day. So look around and see what you or your family has in the garage that you want to turn into cash. It's really easy, folks. Just come into Fletcher Dodge and ask for Chris or Andy. We'll buy any vehicle and we'll pay you more than anyone. We can't find enough vehicles at the auto auctions to meet the demand. So we're extending you this offer to the public. We'll pay you more, so don't wait. We've purchased hundreds of cars from fine people just like you. Come see us today for the best cash offer on your car, truck, van, or SUV. Just ask for Chris or Andy. We'll pay you more, so come see us at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood. Thanks.
Things you'd rather do than deal with your current HR and payroll provider. Stub your toes on purpose. Or sitting through a 4-hour seminar on funny dad jokes.
Okay, you guys hear me out. You know how celebrities stay cool? They have a lot of fans.
If you and your company are unhappy with the level of service you're getting from your current HR or payroll provider, make the switch to a company who cares, the payroll company. Our service is top-notch and worth switching for. Less headaches, more than payroll. Visit morethanpayroll.com.
Roger Scott for Family Markets. Are you tired of the same old grocery store experience? Then it's time to switch things up and shop at the neighborhood family markets in Pangburn, Malvern, and Shannon Hills. Our stores offer a unique shopping experience where we know our customers by name and offer a wide selection of fresh, locally sourced meats and produce. And you can even grab you a hot cup of community coffee while you're there. On selected items, you can mix and match any 5 items for only $24.99. And if you're a Valero gasoline customer, store points on your Family Markets reward card and redeem them at the pump to lower your price per gallon at select stores. At your neighborhood Family Markets, we're committed to providing a personalized shopping experience that's focused on our customers. So come on down and see why we're the best choice for your grocery needs. With fresh food, great deals, and friendly service, we're sure you're going to love shopping at the neighborhood Family Markets. So come on,
Stop by today and check us out. We're the Family Markets, with stores located in Pangburn, Malvern, and Shannon Hills. The way grocery shopping is supposed to be. Family Markets.
Roger Scott is at it again with his Razorback Song of the Week, presented by Dr. Jimmy Tucker at Ortho, Arkansas. Join Morning Mayhem each week as the smooth, dulcet tones of Roger Scott bring you his Razorback Song of the Week. It's all brought to you by Dr. Jimmy Tucker at Ortho, Arkansas, and your fun and game station, 103.7 The Buzz.
If you can impersonate someone on our show, we can guarantee that you'll live forever on Roger's Button Bar.
I know y'all gonna look at me funny, but what y'all gonna do now?
Welcome back to the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio.
Come on, Raj, sing it.
Is it me?
I think it is. Is this it?
No, it's not.
Starts out the same.
7:49, Morning Mayhem. Wally Hall and Bruce James join us on this Tuesday. Wally, did you have a good Labor Day weekend?
I did nothing.
Nice. You know, I did. I took up our good friend Joe Klein. Ever heard of him? I took him up on his offer to let Corky's feed me on Labor Day. And that's what I did. So for the family, my son-in-law and daughter didn't come over, so I got a little extra. I went by Corky's and picked up some grub, and you know what? It's as good as advertised.
Oh yeah.
The now that football is now we got the NFL Thursday night. You got Kansas City and Detroit, and now it's pretty much on. And then you had high school football too, Roger. There was a shocker. Little Rock Christian got beat by Shiloh Christian, like 40. They were. Bruce, does it change what you saw at the game? Does it change your expectation for, maybe the number of wins? Can you tell much, or do you just sort of say it doesn't change? I still think. Where'd you end up? How many did you go?
7 or 8.
7 or 8. Does that change anything from what you saw?
Well, I'm just going to tell you that I was. Excuse me. We got to get better, and we got to get better fast, because we go into. I mean, you start now after what I saw. You start thinking, well, I got to rethink some of these teams I thought we would beat if we're going to play like that. And once again, I think we will get better. We can't help but get better because we're going to be playing. We got to play better simply because we're going to be playing a lot better teams than the first 3. And so we got 3 games to get ready. We got 3 games to get evaluations by coaches. More of the team with all of the new kids that are there. They're going to have more ability to be camaraderie in situations that they are more of a team. But if we played like we did in the running game and against an SEC opponent, we'd be in trouble.
It'd be almost like sort of what we saw with Florida State
exactly.
and LSU.
Right.
Wally, there were some people that were not happy with what happened at War Memorial in terms of lines and water and all those things. Thoughts on that?
I didn't hear anything. I read some stuff on Facebook, but honestly, it's the same thing you hear after the first game in Fayetteville every year.
Yeah, but they
really?
Yeah.
Even the water deal, the situation?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? Okay.
I mean, however many games it's been, every time we leave the stadium, my wife said, I waited 45 minutes to get water, and they were out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, this week, if there's some folks, I know there's some, Laura Monteverdi and some other folks said that.
My daughter, now she took my 3-year-old grandson. She had some other friends that went as well. So taking that little boy out there, you could just see he just started developing a dirt necklace right out the bat. But he was hot. But they left early. It was hot because it did get hot. Now, if you walked out of your house prepared because it was so cloudy, walking up, man, it's gonna be a great day. I need to wear a long sleeve or whatever. Well,
you got toasted by the day.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of listeners. Do want to thank everybody who came out to the Buzz
Thank you
Tailgate
so
Party
much.
brought to you by Oaklawn Sports. Speaking of Oaklawn Sports, I decided to make a wager. We're trying to learn how to do this Oaklawn Sports app.
Need a new revenue stream, Wally.
So I decided to bet 2 bets.
Yeah.
So I was going to bet on Arkansas scoring more than 49 points and Western Carolina scoring more than 10. So obviously,
winner, chicken dinner.
Well, what happened, what had to have happened. So, they're at 10. Western Carolina's at 10 with about 4 minutes left. They drive down there. I'm thinking a field goal. I'm sitting next to Steve Sullivan. they throw the pick six to us. We'll run it back, put it up to 56. So there's 3 minutes left. I said, Sully, I'm done. I'm out. Because both of them have to hit for a parlay. I did a parlay. And so, sure enough, they put in the third-string quarterback for Western Carolina. He looks like he's about 3 foot tall, and he's throwing it and running. He's running, throwing it, and I think there was a penalty. Yeah. And all of a sudden, they get down about the 30. So I said, they may let him kick it. So, of course, you know what? Clock's ticking. They let the clock run out.
It runs out.
I said, wait a minute. No, Sully, they're right there. And so I said, that's what happens. So close to winning and losing.
Yeah.
But referees say stop. They had apparently called the timeout in time. Bring the field goal unit on the field with 0 on the clock. Kick the field goal, and it covers, and I hit a major home run.
How about that? A major
my first home run. My first wager. Bruce, I don't listen. I'm not going to go overboard, but that's the difference.
Maybe
how closely you can between winning and losing in the gaming game, if you will.
I made an ethical decision not to get a betting app. I don't feel like in my position.
Probably not. I think that's fair. I mean,
I shouldn't be gambling.
Yeah, that's fair. But they're.
Well, if you know some insight, you let me know. You know what?
Oh yeah.
It was
no. Wait a minute. Now, and that's because the point total for Western Carolina was 10.5 up until like game day.
Well, then it went up.
Went to 13,
and then I got it back down when I finally made the bet.
So it went back down to 10, and that's when you got in on it. Very good.
Oaklawn Sports, cha-ching!
Yeah.
Get ready to cash in.
Is it an easy app?
Yeah, they've gotten better at it. Yeah, they had it. It was slow coming out of the gates, but they've gotten better at it. So
they have. The thing I like about it is the alternate lines, Wally. I mean, that's one of the things you can do. Now, that's not available yet. Now, the spread is obviously, and the over/under, but the alternate lines for the Razorback game's not there yet. Maybe it'll be out tomorrow.
Well, we should hammer Kent State. I mean, that's the bottom line. And to find out that BYU barely beat. Who was it?
Sam Houston.
My goodness, only 14 to zip.
Still beat them.
Another big game we hadn't talked about. How about Baylor? Texas State beat Baylor.
That's unbelievable.
I mean, the Baylor. If you're a Baylor fan, LSU fan, Florida Gator fan,
Clemson.
They're already Clemson. Let me tell you, the Florida Gator fans are already looking at that dude Napier's contract. The Chad, it's sort of a Chad Morris kind of deal. Do we need to go ahead and cut bait and run?
Of course, they'll give him a raise. Of course they will.
I mean, it's
so what if nobody else wants him?
Yeah, it is. So again, and I think Ole Miss, everybody else, I think in the conference, Mississippi State, Tennessee.
I can tell
South
you,
Carolina did not look as good against North Carolina.
I can tell you, it is a huge game between Ole Miss and Tulane in New Orleans this weekend. Tulane's got a very
Tulane
good
was good last year. They're good again this year.
And they're ranked obviously in the top 25. And having to play them down in New Orleans, and that's going to be a big game. We'll find out what Ole Miss has.
Does Butch Jones feel some extra heat, Wally? You think?
Not the way he sounds.
Because this is your 3, right? Is this year 3 or year 4? Year 3.
5 games he's won.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, it's one thing to lose. It's another thing to go and to lose. Yeah. Also, tip of the hat to UCA to go into foreign territory over there at Oklahoma State. They had a chance there. They're a really good football team. Bruce is right. Thank goodness we weren't playing that.
I'm glad we weren't playing them because they would have given us.
Thank goodness, but I wish they had been because then it'd have been 54,000 people.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, that was. I think if you play a UCA or a ASU, that's what you're going to get. And listen, I get all the complaints. I get it, and and maybe War Memorial, if they're going to continue to do this, they need to bring in some consultants to be able to know.
It's 75 years old. What are you going to do?
There's that, and then you only do it once a year or two. And listen, Fayetteville's had their fair share. I remember last year Fayetteville got under some major heat. I don't know if you guys remember that. The lines were backed up. It was
he said that.
It was the first game. It was upset. Everybody was upset. So. First game, but if there's some things,
there won't be a second game this year.
That is true. You got one.
Well, they'll get it fixed for the Catholic game.
And do you know how I know it won't be a second game? Because some of the parking was, hey, we're only going to be able to park cars here one time this year. So let's throw that up there. But at least it wasn't the Burning Man festival.
What a mess that was.
Yeah, that was huge.
Holy
so they had their own issues going on. But as far as the stadium goes, I didn't go. I was at Boudreaux's. They had a packed house, and everything was good.
Wally, you got another 30 minutes with us. Bruce, thanks so much.
Thank you, Bruce.
To both of you guys. You guys are founding members of the Touchdown Club. Isn't it amazing that 19 years, this is where we've reached to be able.
You said what the attendance is.
Yeah, 1,300 sold out.
That's almost double our
Wally, do you remember that day that we all met And David was, he talked to me in regards to most of the SEC schools had affiliations. I mean, you had one in Birmingham and Jackson and all the touchdown clubs. Remember what David said? If we will do this, he will make it work. We were all going, where's he going to get the rest of this money?
Yeah.
We got
And he did. So here we are this many years. Thank you.
Thanks,
You
Bruce.
brought the SEC to Arkansas.
There we go.
Appreciate it. All right. Thanks to Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. We'll come back. 661-1037. There's our text line. 8 o'clock.
Rock out with American style sushi experience founded on great food, true love, and rock and roll. Rock and roll sushi. Deliciously twisted flavors and a rock and roll vibe that'll blow your mind. Rockandrollsushi.com.
Now in Benton, Conway, and 2 locations in Little Rock.
Looking for somewhere new downtown to hang out with all of your friends for football? Then there's only one place, and that's Little Rock's newest neighborhood sports bar, The Busker on South Main. The Busker features an upscale bar menu with great beer, wine, and cocktail selections, as well as weekday happy hours from 4 till 7 and late nights from 10 till close. So watch all your favorite college and NFL games on the Sunday Ticket this fall, where you won't miss a minute of the action on their big screen TVs. All this, including live music on the weekends, can only be found at The Busker on South Main.
3 doors down, away from the sun anniversary tour. Special guest Candlebox. Friday, September 8th, Simmons Bank Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Your home for Dallas Cowboys football is 103.7 The Buzz. Presented by Beachwood Pinnacle Hotels. America's team on your fun and game station, 103.7 The Buzz.
Our guys aren't so bad, right?
This is taking unsportsmanlike conduct to a whole new level.
Well, maybe not. 103.7 The Buzz. KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with Channel 7's Ryan Houston.
Police in Dardanelle are investigating what led to the drowning of a child in the Arkansas River last week. A call for help went out around 4:30 Friday afternoon. First responders arrived to find the child receiving CPR. They then stepped in and rushed the child to the hospital, but that child died. The victim's name and age have yet to be released. In Mayflower, firefighters responded to a large fire at the Mayflower landfill. Multiple agencies were called in to help. They fought the fire from around 2 a.m. until 9:30 Monday morning when it was finally put down. Smoke could be seen for miles. They believe the fire started in a pile of debris from the March 31st tornado, and thankfully, no one was injured. For more news and weather, download the free KTV News and weather apps from the Channel 7 Newsroom. I'm Ryan Houston.
Brought to you by Gary Hill with MSS Oil Company. There hasn't been an oil man specialist like this since Who Shot JR. Call Gary Hill with MSS Oil at 501-200-7089.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
A few more hot days before we get some relief at the end of the week. Today, 93 for a high, partly cloudy, and a 20% chance of a few pop-up isolated showers and thunderstorms. A high of 95 tomorrow. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
This is Trey Reed from the Wild Side on 103.7 The Buzz, inviting you to join Mark Hedrick and me Tuesday nights at 7 p.m.
Brought to you by Westrock Landing at Lake Maumelle, Edwards Food Giant, all about tire and brake, battery outfitters, and Trader Bill's Outdoors, Hot Springs, and Little Rock locations.
It's the Wild Side, Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Are you planning a proposal? Are you looking for an amazing gift? You need to take a trip to Sissy's Log Cabin, Arkansas's largest independently owned jewelry store. From gorgeous engagement rings to fine jewelry to watches, the selection at Sissy's features exclusive designer jewelry from top brands like Lagos, David Yurman, Roberto Coin, Rahamanov, and Mikimoto, as well as one-of-a-kind estate pieces and vibrant gemstone jewelry. And they have an incredible timepiece collection with watches from Rolex, Tudor, Tag Heuer, Luminox, and more. Sissy's is also the absolute best place to shop for bridal jewelry. And with the pieces at every price point, unbeatable financing, and layaway options, you can be sure you'll take home the perfect ring. Where Sissy's really shines is their service. From the moment you walk through their doors, you'll feel like family. Stop by any of their locations in Pine Bluff, Jonesboro, Little Rock Heights, Little Rock Promenade, Memphis, or Conway, or shop online at sissyslogcabin.com, because life's too short for ordinary jewelry.
David Dunn here with Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. We're the area's largest and highest rated independent diesel repair facility for all makes and models, from transmissions and brakes to suspensions and engine repair. If you're tired of high dealership prices and long wait times, come see what family-owned and locally operated really means. Expert technicians and the latest computer diagnostics will get your equipment back on the road fast. Take the England exit on I-440 to Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer, 568-2185. That's Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer.
At Edwards Food Giant, they know your family is important, and they also know that your time and convenience is as well. So why not take advantage of their heat and eat items in their deli department? Those famous Edwards Food Giant signature dishes with many of the same entrees and recipes that are served daily in the hot bar, all ready to take home and serve to your family tonight. This week's special is chicken and sausage jambalaya for only $7.49 per pound, with roasted potatoes and peppers for $4.99 per pound.
Say hey now, my good friends at Pickles Gap Weapon Shack, they want to buy your used weapons. Now they'll buy one or they'll buy your whole collection. My buddy Connor has cash. Ever heard of it? Sell him your guns today at Pickles Gap Weapon Shack, Highway 65 North in Conway.
Stacked commercial truck and trailer repair with on-site and roadside service for all commercial vehicles, construction equipment, and material handling. When we say get stacked, we mean it. Service for all Class A trucks, trailers, RVs, light and medium-duty commercial vehicles, tires, brakes, AC, engine repair, transmissions, differentials, and drivelines. With a team of certified technicians and 5 service trucks to help you get stacked. Stacked commercial truck and trailer, 2 miles off I-530, exit 34 in Whitehall.
Johnston's Home Center presents Andrew Chambly when he joins Randy and Rick on Drive Time Sports every Tuesday through football season. Johnston's Home Center. If you can't find it at Johnston's Home Center, you probably don't need it.
Randy Rainwater here for Hennard's Foothills Equipment in Searcy. Hennard's carries industry-leading brands for your lawn, garden, hay, and construction needs. Kubota's full line of tractors and construction equipment. Vermeer hay equipment. Spartan zero-turn mowers and Steel handheld equipment are just some of the quality products they sell and service. Located 1920 South Main in Searcy, stop by, see my friends at Hennard Foothills Equipment, your hometown dealer, no matter where you live.
This is Pat Bradley for Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union in their Kasasa checking accounts. With Kasasa, earn up to 6% APY, cash rewards with no minimum balance, and refunds on ATM fees. Stop by Alcoa's new branch in Sheridan and visit with Kelly or Morgan and open a free Kasasa checking account today. Experience the difference with Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, now serving Saline, Grant, Garland, Hot Spring, and Perry counties. Online at alcoacommunityfcu.org.
Bonjour from Normandy, France. Welcome back to Morning Mayhem with David Basil, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore. Woo Pig Suey!
Sounds like it. We all love our Razorbacks and have hog-high hopes this year. The hog call sounds wonderful, and there's why we cheer. Our lives are much richer being a part of this crew. So when you hear Whoop Pig, you're screwed. Yeah, when you hear Whoop Pig, you're screwed. And from what someone said, you might even hear Hey Jude. Now we ain't trying to be mean, honey, what I'm saying is true. When you hear a Whoop Pig, you're screwed. Whoop Pig, Whoop Pig.
Thanks to Ortho
Arkansas. Yes, sir.
Appreciate that.
And Dr. Jimmy Tucker, he may not want to be associated with that anymore. But anyway, thank you for that. I had to do that. It was all Jimmy Buffett. When I heard that, I knew I had to do that. So we were able to do that and a bonus track.
Have you ever inserted a Wally Hall reference in there at all? No?
It'd be a great honor.
The Wally is brought to you by Capital Smokehouse Grill. We appreciate this.
You're going to do it. Yes, we do. And you're going to be doing a song with me as well. Thank you to Capital Smokehouse Grill for what they do for you. Are you kidding me? Now that you're back in the fold, we can go there and have lunch once, again, like we did before. But let me tell you something. He's the rock star when he walks in there. He brings his own entourage, and they're all there. The Wally Hall fan club.
Well, it's good to see Wally. You've been a busy guy, been all over the place, been traveling, and
I've had a busy summer.
I mean, you really have. It's
we started out in Europe for 3 weeks, then we went to St. Louis for a week, and then we just got back from Kansas City for 4 days. So,
well, now did you? I don't know if you guys knew, but today, by the way, before I want to play some Razorback Rewind here in just a second. Today is National Telephone Tuesday. The Tuesday after Labor Day is supposedly the day businesses get the most phone calls all year. It's partly because everyone's open again after the long weekend, and it's when people start planning for the holidays. Like you've sort of transitioned completely out of the summer, which is your first day back for the fall.
Fall's this year.
Let's start making. So how about that? So that I was sort of surprised.
You know what? And that's another thing. You know what? If they want to get rid of all the games right here, it's a bygone era. Well, they got lights now up there in Fayetteville, so they can do all those games there. And when we were little kids, Labor Day, we didn't start school till after Labor Day.
Remember that?
And we remember Jerry Lewis's telethon.
Yeah, that was not even school started after that back in the day.
Yeah, it always did. Of course, now that people are telling us that's because back in our day, Fayetteville didn't have lights and our schools didn't have air conditioning. So that's what had a lot to do.
A big shock over the weekend. Jimmy Buffett passes at age 76. Young, relatively speaking, Wally. And then
very young.
Steve Harwell, of course, he'd been battling the skin cancer, unbeknownst to his fans for years now. And then Steve Harwell, when I first saw that, by the way, when I saw the Jimmy Buffett, I thought, is that one of those fake death things that somebody puts out there? It's not real.
Yeah.
When you Google enough, you see a reputable name it's posted with. Steve Harwell, the lead singer for Smash Mouth, dead at 56. All-Star, I'm a Believer cover was for Shrek, and then Walking on the Sun. Josh is the young man on our crew, Wally. Josh, do you recognize the I'm a Believer by Shrek?
Yeah, I love Shrek. Shrek 1 and Shrek 2 are two of my favorites growing up.
Mark the tape. I love Shrek.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's why that's why for your birthday we're gonna have cupcakes.
It is a great version
Shrek
of
cupcake.
it. It is a great version of that song.
They do a great job.
Let's listen to let's do a little Razorback Rewind here, Wally, and let's listen to some of the big plays from the game on Saturday. I haven't had a chance to hear some of the crowd reactions, some of the Chuck Barrett calls. Let's play a few calls. We'll hear a few quotes from Sam Pittman recapping the win over Western Carolina.
Another edition of Arkansas football is in the books. Let's listen back on how it all went down for the Hogs. This is your Razorback Rewind.
Complete, lots of room. Jaden Wilson's got a chance to go inside the 40, inside the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown. Scores the touchdown, and they're excited at War Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, I'm going to give back a big shout out to my man Isaac Tesla, man. Without him, that play wouldn't have happened. He made a good block out there on the edge, and I just got around, and I seen green grass and hit it full speed.
Jefferson off the zone read. Play action, pumps once, looking deep, taps on the goal line.
Pay much, to be perfectly honest with you. We weren't going to advertise that, but we wanted to see if we had the receivers what we thought we did and things of that nature. And Luke has, I think he caught maybe the first ball of the game. And so, yeah. We made a lot about the new, everybody did, including myself. I wondered about it, new coordinator, new coach, all that kind of stuff. And know if we've answered any questions, but I thought he played really well today. And then the offense went right back and scored. So, that was a big momentum for us as well to go up 35-3.
Dean's
And so and so and you know,
And that is your Razorback Rewind. Good job there, Josh. That segment is sponsorable. It's sponsorable. That's
very
right.
good. Listen, I didn't get to see the press conference. So was he tongue in cheek when he said they didn't plan on running him very much?
No, he meant it.
He meant that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what should I take from that? Why?
That 15 is not enough. 15 carries isn't enough.
Yeah, you got to block better. They got to block better up front. Even if they stack the box, you got to be able to get yardage.
A couple of things though, David.
Yeah.
Western Carolina was big up front.
Their offensive line, yeah.
Their defensive line was good size too.
Yeah,
but they're FCS.
That's right. That's right. You still have to be in better than 2.9 yards a carry. At some point, it's just, again, you saw it against FSU, against LSU yesterday. They just came out, hey, we're going to come out and we're going to move you. And so I think they'll get that corrected. And
is that what I read?
Did they lost 19? I think on the snap, on the bad snap and that could have took away from their yard.
Well, I was just going to say I thought that they had when I saw a total, I saw 150 give or take a yard or two, but they lost some of that and ended up with a $1.05.
Yeah, they 19. I know
they lost 19
on the
that was it
on the bad snap.
I don't know where I saw the other.
So.
One more thing I want to say. We've talked about War Memorial and 44,000 people. But when they were asked to get to their feet, there was a standing ovation for Keith Stokes and call the hall.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
Great.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that was
Every
a nice
single
touch.
person stood. Keith got a standing ovation hog call. Whoever gets that.
Yeah, that was a nice touch. They put his picture up there, and they also
very cool.
Cassandra from Channel 7 from Daybreak, who we've had on the show, her husband flew over that whatever C-150. I think that's what it was. I might be wrong, but they did in Tusk formation in honor, and they put the 4 players.
Their call signs were Tusk.
Yeah, call sign was Tusk, and then they put
very
the pictures
nice.
of the 4 players up on there. Yeah, it was. I thought it was
done.
I thought it was a nice touch.
Yeah.
Did you guys see? By the way, did you see what happened to Keon Stewart, the senior transfer from TCU? So apparently it was Saturday night. He didn't get it. Was arrested Friday night by the Arkansas State Police. Wally, this was on Interstate 49, which that's the main place, right, going up to Fayetteville, doing 126 miles an hour.
What kind of car does he have?
Let me tell you what. So
56 over the speed limit, I think is what I said.
yeah,
Is that right?
126 is I can't say I have not been in a car that's come close to that before, but that is really, you're really pushing it. And I think
was he late?
I don't know, but let me tell you, when you get pulled over there, you're going to jail. When you go at that rate of speed and
he stayed in almost 24 hours, it seemed, if I saw those numbers right. Listen, I just heard about a new jet that'll take you from New York to Europe in 3 hours. I don't know if he was on it or not.
You mentioned it earlier in the show. KJ Jefferson now, Wally, he counted for 4 touchdowns. They get 72 in his career. I never would have thought KJ Jefferson would be able to, when I first saw him play, I wasn't sold that he could be the guy that would ever be able to do that. I just didn't see him being a guy that could. Of course, he's getting to play. He's getting to play. A lot of games.
Hey, only one school offered him a chance to play
I know, quarterback. That was Arkansas. Yeah, and he's.
How many years does Matt play?
That'd be correct. Yeah, we talked about this last week. How many games did each of them actually? How many games did they play? That would probably be.
No, if we look at things like that, but I'm just curious, not to take away from it, but
and here's the thing too: Arkansas has 4 interceptions by 4 different guys, and has 4 touchdown passes by 4 different guys. So it's like we were up in the press box. I found myself I'm going up and down the roster trying to say who's that, who's this, who's that.
21 points off turnovers.
Yeah, again, that's something we didn't do, I don't think, a great job all the time last year in producing those turnovers. And to be honest with you, that made a difference because we were not running the ball very effectively. Passing, we could do what we wanted to.
Yeah.
But having those turnovers made a big difference.
I thought KJ looked off the primary to a second and third receiver better than I've ever seen him do it.
Yeah, he's been coached well.
We're at State House. That's where we're broadcasting from. Obviously, the zone.
Wally Allen Ballroom.
Wally Allen Ballroom. Hey, now. Wally Allen Ballroom, the zone will be here as well. It's for Peyton Manning. We're talking about smashing the record of what you
almost doubling it.
Almost. Yeah, I've got a guy here who has a couple of tickets to see Peyton Manning see business. But he can't go, and he wants to give those away. I assume he wants to give those away. I'm going to give you his number, 501-772-2230. 230. You can call him and see if he's got those tickets.
By the way, too, I said C150. I'm not sure why I said that. C130. Nobody corrected me, so maybe that's different.
You didn't listen. I did.
Oh, you did very good because that's where he was at. See, you could have said 220, 221.
I've seen enough C130s to last 10 lifetimes.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously, I mentioned earlier in the day, if you watch it. Oh, did you see too? By the way, we have a morning show preceding us. Did you see that, Josh? They started the new lineup. It's Chris Canty and
and then somebody else.
It's called Unsportsmanlike. Is the name of it.
I did hear that Shannon Sharp has teamed up now with
Stephen A. He skipped the other day. It was pretty.
Absolutely,
that's
great.
Interesting.
Anything about?
All right. Looks like somebody might have stepped on the cord. Once again, yes, they are at the State House Convention Center. It's Roger David and Wally Hall right now. They're preparing for the arrival of one Peyton Manning, who's coming down to Touchdown Club today. If you cannot watch Peyton Manning or go there in person, you all can listen to 103.7 The Buzz. Also, you can catch it on YouTube as well. This was the white whale, if you will, that David was chasing after. So obviously a massive one because they're not doing it at the DoubleTree. They are doing it at the State House Convention Center. 1,300 people expected there today. And I think we're going to have Chris Kane final hour, who also works with David on the Touchdown Club. He will be maybe transitioning in for a little bit of time because David needs to, make sure Peyton gets here okay and is all set up and everything. And you all can hear Peyton also on the zone coming up as well. So plenty to look forward to with that. We'll see if we can get the guys back at this point. I'll send us to break here. We'll take an early break. Actually, we'll see if we can get them back because we usually do graffiti at 8:30. So play a little music here. We'll see if we can get the guys back and finish up this segment. And then Razorback graffiti coming up at 8:30.
Fast tractors, mainliners, and a party bark strung together like a floating trailer park. Anchored out and getting loud all summer long. Side to side, there's 5 houseboat front porches, astroturf lawn chairs and tiki torches. Regular Joes rocking the boat, that's us. Redneck Yacht Club.
Hello.
What was the last thing you heard, Josh?
I think Roger was about to say something about the Touchdown Club. So I'm not sure what it was.
About how to get here and what to do.
Yeah, we were just talking about.
No, you were starting about that. So if you could re-hit, that'd be great.
Okay. Yeah, the deal is there's not much. There's first of all, there's parking, but it's hard to find. You got a parking deck nearby. We've got shuttle bus running around that area. It's only about a block or two anyway.
One parking deck's 3 blocks and one's 1 block.
Yeah, that's right. There's one in the River Market. So here's the deal.
And that one will hold a lot of people.
Yeah. And so there are good Twin City limo. You know, if you've got a bad knee or something, you hop on there and they'll drop you off right here in front. Doors open at 10:30. The program will begin around 11:45. We'll be on with Justin and Wes about 11:30. As I mentioned, obviously it's a who's who crowd that's going to be here today, and only a Peyton Manning could get that. I walked into a restaurant last night, and one of the waitresses came up and said, "I'm so glad I got to see you. Hey, I'd like to have a autograph by Peyton Manning." Yeah. And I said, "Well, from Indianapolis," and I'm telling you, that's what makes to me somebody bigger than like people who aren't the biggest football, but people, you completely get. It's amazing how many people, like you even said, Brian, it's his favorite player.
My son-in-law's favorite player in the history of the world. Had no idea.
Tommy Smith, same thing. If you like the Broncos, then you love Peyton Manning or John Elway. It is amazing the power of what those guys at that level, the Bradys, the Mannings, the Drew Brees or Favre, so many people know.
They transcend the game.
They do. It's better than the fact you turn on TV and then you see Peyton Manning at the Country Music Awards singing, or he's doing a Brad Paisley commercial.
Yeah. How far in advance did you have to start working on getting him?
Right after Archie was here. When was that?
Archie was back 2013.
Been working on it.
Yeah, and then Eli 2 years ago. And do want to thank Keith Ingram. Keith is a friend of the family, and so at least we had a track record.
Peyton's been here, but it was a different
event. That was for the All-Pro Preps event, and that he did a great job there. Keith Jackson interviewed him. Keith Jackson will be here today as well, and but yeah, it's you
don't want to start about 10-15 because once you recognize everybody, it'll be time for him to speak.
I know we're
to get you in.
Yes, looking forward to hearing Rex's recap. He's not going to be quite as long today just because everything's condensed. It's almost like Sam Pittman. Remember, Sam Pittman sort of rolled in sort of late.
Yeah. My first one.
That's right. You have not been here.
I haven't been able to be here because the Tuesdays all screwed me up, and this one is on a Tuesday. So we'll see. I don't even know if Summerwood Partners has a seat for me. But before I forget, today is David Hendricks Jr.'s 37th birthday.
Oh,
so how about
birthday.
that? So they'll be here, I'm sure. I know my son-in-law is going to be here as well. I said, pay no attention to the fire marshal. I'll get you in the door.
Real quick, John says actually it's a C-135 jet propelled. C-130, I guess, are the only. I'm sorry, I'm learning the jets today.
I didn't see the flyover. I assumed it was from Little Rock Air Force Base.
Listen, he knows how to parlay a couple of things down here, but he doesn't know our United States military. We're going to change it.
Razorback graffiti coming up here shortly. Somebody says, are we going to appeal the targeting call? Can I tell you, I didn't see either one.
To what now?
I missed both the Poopall targeting and the Quincy Rhodes Jr. target. I didn't miss. Did you see him walk?
Yes. Poopall maybe one mistake. He lowered his head.
Yeah, they just said it was there was no getting around that.
They gotta fix that. Wally, do you think they got to fix that to make it like a yellow card, red card type deal? Because there are some of these hits where it's like penalize them, but don't eject the kid for the game. It's too much.
This is a young guy interjecting soccer into football.
And then how about the one flagrant foul? You're in the game still too.
I agree.
I hate the darn ejection thing. It just, hey, you make a mistake, make it be 30. Make the kid lose a half a football. I mean, it's too much.
There are some that are ejectable offenses, but like most of them are just mistakes.
What was the other one? What about the clock? Did you notice that the clock did not stop running after a first down? I didn't even pay attention to it. Somebody also, a lot of people nationally said, well, the TV networks just continued to play commercials during the break, so it didn't matter anyway. The length of the game ended up turning out to be the same. Although Chip Kelly from UCLA said, we only have like 4 possessions in the first half. Hope you guys are happy. He felt like the game had sped up so much that you're not playing as much football.
I think you had to make that change. You were asking people to sit on aluminum bleachers for almost 4 hours.
Yeah.
And the NFL was still being played in 3.
I know. I agree. Is that the combination of commercials or is it a combination of rules?
Both.
Yeah.
Reviews.
Hey, I did want to say real quick, if you're looking for an engagement ring, it's your lucky time because Jones & Son is bringing in which is some of the most popular engagement rings in the world, September 15th and 16th at their store in Little Rock. And Wally, I know you're working on that, but Viraggio engagement rings are the biggest and baddest around. And so you can actually go into the store on the 15th and 16th and see them, try
Are we
on.
reading behind the lines here?
No, not.
Right.
It is just the only place to get Viraggio in Arkansas. You can check them out online at jonesandson.com. I would call, though, and book your space for the 15th and 16th of September. Reservations.
Wow.
That's right. In Frank, you can get a reservation for a lobster. Here at Jones and Son, you get to see the Viraggio line of engagement rings.
Very
So,
nice.
oh wait, thanks to all the guys over there at Jones and Son.
Have you tried that lobster at Frank's place?
No, but did you hear
Saw a
did you hear?
I had some.
Did you hear the
it's
bet?
amazing, and I don't like lobster. I
How
hate
about
lobster, and I ate
Really?
it. Yes,
I don't even know why you'd hate it and then try it. What made you do that?
I just feel pressure.
Did you? Did you hear the bet that Frank made?
No.
1 down, 8 to go, Wally. If the Razorbacks win 9 regular season games, 6, count it, 6, valued at somewhere over like $250,000.
He's done it again. He's done 6 cards. If they win 9 games, regular season games, he will give away 6 cards, which is worth about $250,000.
We'll give away cars, Wally, right now.
You know why I came up with 6?
Why?
That's how many cars I've bought from you.
Oh, very nice.
Well, he did 12 years ago, and it was even bigger. So he was. So I think he's still okay right now. I think 9 with this group is going to be.
You moved to 9, didn't you?
No, I
Didn't
went.
you and
I went 8.
Justin?
I went 8.
Okay.
It is the birthday of Freddie Mercury, of Queen.
Great seeing you again.
We'll see you a little bit later at the meeting.
You bet.
I mentioned the governor and the Stephen family,
Who
and
else
Keith
was
Jackson, and Wally Hall.
Wally Hall.
How about that? All right.
That's right.
Razorback Graffiti. All right. It's 8:30 live here at the State House Convention Center.
Man shouting in the street, you're gonna take on the world someday. You got blood on your face, a big disgrace. Waving your
For interior, exterior, commercial, and residential painting, hire the pros at CertaPro Painters. Get your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
This is Sports Center.
Big weekend across the state in college football, highlighted by the Arkansas Razorbacks' resounding win over the Western Carolina Catamounts in Little Rock. 56-13 was your final score. KJ Jefferson threw for 3 touchdowns and rushed for 1 as well. Rocket Sanders had 2 scores on the ground. The Hogs also had 4 interceptions in the game. One of them, an 85-yard pick 6 by Brad Spence. As Arkansas gets to 1-0, things did not go as well for teams in the rest of the Natural State. Arkansas Pine Bluff lost on Thursday night to Tulsa 42-7. Arkansas State took a 73-0 shellacking at the hands of the Oklahoma Sooners on Saturday afternoon. And Central Arkansas put up a strong fight against the Oklahoma State Cowboys, losing 27-13 in Stillwater. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
A few more hot days before we get some relief at the end of the week. Today, 93 for a high, partly cloudy, and a 20% chance of a few pop-up isolated showers and thunderstorms. A high of 95 tomorrow. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
The Bud Light Little Blue Book is back on Drive Time Sports. Each Thursday at 4, Randy will open the Bud Light Little Blue Book, giving you a chance to call in and give your predictions like a pro. You can also submit your predictions on live fan feedback and the Buzz text line. Just give Randy the correct final score for the upcoming Razorback football game and the tiebreaker, and you win money, courtesy of Bud Light. It's the Bud Light Little Blue Book only on Thursday nights on 103.7 The Buzz. For a full list of rules, visit 1037thebuzz.com.
All together now. I'm talking about Elliot's. I'm talking about Elliot's. Mexican Grill. Take exit 108 on I-40 from either direction for award-winning Mexican food made fresh every single day. Like the Keith Special. It's named after my old buddy pal, Keith Lawson. It's a Mexican hibachi dish with fresh steak, chicken, or shrimp. Tuesdays, ever heard of it? Taco Tuesdays. Tacos for only $1.99, and Elia's is now serving homemade tortillas, Fresh pies for a dessert along with some soft-served ice cream. Elia's also has some of your non-traditional Mexican food items like chicken strips, chicken fried steak, hamburger steak, chicken fried chicken. Elia's Mexican Grill, award-winning Mexican food with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 until 2. Take exit 108 to Elia's Mexican Grill. That's in Morrilton. And tell them Senor Roger Scott Danville.
You know, I'm not exaggerating when I say this. QC Kinetics can change your life. You can live again without chronic joint pain and without drugs or surgery. Hey everybody, it's RJ Hawk. QC Kinetics is advanced regenerative medicine. They take your body's own concentrated healing properties and put them right back into your joints to restore and repair that damaged tissue without surgery. The patient satisfaction reports are astonishing. Finally, a new alternative to the old ways of dealing with pain. And unlike surgery, there's no downtime with QC treatments. If you have constant pain in your knees, hips, shoulder, or back, you need to call and get a free consultation from the medical professionals at QC Kinetics today. Imagine this fall moving around pain-free, doing the things that you love again, like walking, hiking, or even playing with those grandkids. Call QC Kinetics today for that free consultation. 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
Got a question? The fastest way to get on the show is to text us at 661-1037. Welcome back to the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. It's time for Razorback Graffiti, sponsored by Fence Brokers. Looking for fencing materials? Call Fence Brokers today at 501-847-8811. Now you know the drill. One sentence and one sentence only.
We got to start with him.
We're going to do it right now. Let's start with.
Hey, Kevin Kelly, you believe? I got your receipt right here. Hey, we punt too.
Way to go, Prime. Coach Prime.
I guess he said something. Did Kevin Kelly say something about Dion? I don't know.
I don't know either. All right, let's go.
Hey, Roger, stop tiptoeing and hit the damn hole.
Hit the hole. You know what that movie that's from? Is that a movie?
Is he talking about Rocket?
Maybe tiptoeing. He said, yeah, hit the hole.
Yeah, I thought
I thought he said Roger.
I did too at first. No,
Never mind.
Come on, you need to get that.
661-1037.
Both end guys, offensive line, defensive line, running game. I bet Mr. Fletcher doesn't have to worry about that bet too bad.
Ooh, ow, already.
Oh, my gosh. Davo Sweeney.
Hey, y'all guys want Chad Morse back?
No, he's not.
Have you heard about that? Chad Morse is apparently like an analyst there now.
I thought they were just saying because
he's apparently an analyst there now. Everybody's been observing that.
What the hell is he doing?
I don't know.
You know what? That's a great profession to be in, isn't it?
I know.
How about that?
It's Division I football.
Now graffiti can continue on. Coach Nolan Richardson. Hello, Coach.
Hey, let me tell you something. Eddie Sutton couldn't win no national championship with them scripted. I'm the only coach of Arkansas that won a national championship because I fought that 40 minutes of hell.
There's my statue. Nolan's always, listen, I got to appreciate Nolan's consistent.
I do appreciate, let's go to Trim Man.
Down the Capitol Hill and get that water like you said.
Get the water.
Get down that hill.
He said he didn't hear what water ran out or anything.
Oh, Wally said the same thing happened over in Fayetteville as well, and then you.
I couldn't care less if LSU is struggling.
Great.
Joe Namath.
Joe Namath right there. Big fan.
We're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you. And every time you open your mouth, you sound that much smarter. I can't have corn, you freaking maggot.
Wow. Phil.
To be perfectly honest, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I just want to stay up here and drink cold beer.
All right.
Better about my bet after watching that offensive line not be able to block against a high school team.
Thank you, Frank. Jose Hawk's hanging out with us too. That was a heck of a game, but some good games this weekend.
Sure.
You should probably call Kerwin Bell and tell him the best kind of stab to use to ease such a terrible ass whipping.
Okay. All
right. Can you do something about RJ's hair?
RJ. No, you know better.
I got great hair.
That's funny.
Well, you know what?
Put a spot.
It's a relative. Guy.
Look
at this right
Oh
here.
my gosh, this is so fitting, RJ. Let's go there, Roger. Let's go.
Man. Win.
Maybe Roger.
Wow.
What about David? His negative is a little bit more positive
my
than yours.
tone is different.
But it's still negative, and she went Navy on me.
I got a story about him here in a minute.
Very good. Let's go.
Got to say something about that band.
He's got some amazing eyebrows.
They really are.
He's got the Jacobian hair in his eyebrows.
Let me tell you something.
bushy.
Chicks in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Can I get some food in the to-go box today at the Touchdown Club? I'm going to give it to someone else. I'm not going to eat it. I'm not that cheap.
All right, there you
Let me
go.
tell you something, Raj. You keep doing what you got to do. Have you seen the?
John Neighbors. And word on the street is that Oaklawn paid extra at the tailgate on Saturday in hopes that I would show up. What does that mean?
John,
Way out there, he was sporting it, man, and we had great coverage there of our setup.
See those? Those look good.
They were to scale too. Let's go.
Somebody said Roger looks really tall in those cutouts.
Hello, let's go to Lane.
When you held up two fingers when you needed two tips.
Yeah, I do. I agree with that.
Yeah. Now,
think-
well, I think probably maybe not.
Sam Pittman. He looks like he's pregnant with brisket from Wright's Barbecue.
Wow.
The shirt wasn't very.
Was it not flattering?
Not
What's he
very
doing?
flattering.
Some of us, when we put on weight, it jiggles a little bit. That's all. We got a little jiggle.
It could be worse, I guess. It could be Bielema.
Well, listen,
Pullover always protects that. That's why you wear the pullover.
You wear the pullover. You know, he wore a big one. Listen, as far as Sam goes, you think he would?
I think he doesn't care.
Oh, care, Jerry. I got a song, wrote about it. You want to hear it? We'll do it in a minute.
Right.
I think Arkansas State.
Arkansas, you know what? Because I pulled on her a little bit. I had her a little bit until she switched legs on me, and then it was over. Let's go.
Oklahoma's really good, by the way.
Yeah.
Anybody checked on Tiger Bait?
No, we don't care.
Yeah, I hadn't heard from him today, have
No.
Watch.
Hey, David, what do you call?
126 miles an hour. Hell, that's just a morning commute for me.
Please.
Split.
Hey, man, I smell something, and it's smelling pretty damn good. It's 11-1.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God. Hey, RJ's here. Hey, RJ.
Oh, yes, Tommy. I remember when him and Josh were little kids. They were little kids growing up.
They don't.
You got me the Oaklawn line on the for how many times ESPN Sports Center says prime.
Oh, yeah, boy. Prime. Yeah, prime.
Oh, is that
Prime.
That's a great game, though.
Yeah.
Steve.
Hey, this is Steve Harrison and Visit Hot Springs. Hey, you want more fans? We got plenty of water in Hot Springs. Come on down.
Oh, Steve Harrison. Very
Harrison,
good.
yes.
Very good. Very good. Hey, look, it's Crazy Dave.
Another touchdown.
They sure did. They sure did, Crazy Dave. That's on. Yes.
And back, Jessica, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Lady is the spleeze.
I love it. Love it. Dan.
Oh, my gosh.
I know it's time funny, but what y'all gonna do now?
Change it up. Wait, change it up. These.
The millennials, we've seen everyone go down in War Memorial, and y'all make me want to puke.
Hey, Terry.
Hey, guys. That will be when my Jesus.
Thank you, TB.
Gosh,
the original TB.
Yeah, RJ Stack.
Yeah.
Hog fan.
Hey, TCU, how's Kendall Brown's play calling working out for you?
Ooh, yeah.
His fault.
Was at another school.
Anybody be there?
You know, that sucks, Ghost Rider, and it's got to stop. It stops today.
Lord, no.
Heat check, Lord, no. 661-1037. Do want to thank Fence Brokers for sponsoring this. Couple more calls. We'll wrap it up.
Yeah, we'll do it. It's just too good. Keith.
Keep us hydrated. Way to go, guys.
I blew it. What?
Oaklawn the Buzz kept them hydrated. Hey.
Can I get a picture with you and Coach Pittman?
Oh, boo.
Who was
I don't think I've ever done that.
Justin Moore. Listen, he doesn't call it on his Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but he calls.
Newsflash, I'm not there.
Yeah. Mark.
Hey, Clint, how about this guy for church?
Okay, you got to speak up your phone.
Last one.
End it with this.
Back here is catching the ball. He gets it. He kicks it up.
Wait, listen, we can't. Another RJ. Come on, let's do it.
Hey guys, I thought I retired. Why do you keep having me back there?
There. Maybe I ought to listen to that show, see what's going on. What do you think? Have you? Do you know what's happening on that?
I don't
Josh, what's going on that show? You're
Not sure, but there's some tension.
Hey, by the way, too, Roger, you sort of
Thank you, guys.
one of our listeners said, by the way, good morning, RJ. How are you?
guys.
Good morning, Robert.
RJ, he looks official. He's got the mic.
Well, we come to the State House and we have to go get walkie-talkies to talk to each other. We don't do it for any other State House or for any Touchdown Club meeting. But Debbie said that I am command center today.
Well, this is such a big area. It's hard to cover. It's not like DoubleTree where everybody's within.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've got 3 levels that we're having to activate for this one, so it's gonna be fun. Looking forward to it. Security's already down into the loading dock. There are Indianapolis Colt fans in the loading dock right now,
gotta get them
and so we had to get them out.
Yeah,
so.
I don't even know how.
But I mean, it's 8:45, and there's folks already starting to make their way here.
Here's the deal. He's not doing photos like we normally do and autographs like we normally do after the deal. So the only way you can get a guy like that to agree, unless you're paying him $1 gazillion, and even then he probably could just say, listen, this is his busiest time of the year. He's got, he's doing all this Netflix work. I didn't realize his production company, Omaha Production, not only do they do the Manning cast, not only are they doing Quarterback, which is on Netflix. I mean, they're doing deals left and right. They got agreement with ESPN to do college football, UFC. So I mean, he's completely covered up, and to get him right now, are you kidding me? Right before football season starts, it was almost like getting Herb Street last year, and that's why we had to get Laura Rutledge last week because all the shows are cranking up, and football's this Thursday night. Obviously, Kansas City at Detroit. What's the line on that one, Josh? I would imagine that's probably okay. That's at KC. RJ said you're our guy, your high school guy at the Buff. Is the biggest surprise of this weekend maybe? The Little Rock Christian game, unranked Shiloh Christian, I think, beats Little Rock Christian.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that it was a shocker because, Shiloh was in the state championship game last year, but with all the change, they had a freshman quarterback, brand new coach. I think the lopsidedness of the score was the shocker of that one. Not that Shiloh won, just by how much they won by. And that was also their first game of the season. But yeah, I mean, we had some great football games. You talked about Pulaski Academy a minute ago.
Yep.
Wins with a field goal at the end of the game, 40-yarder to win the game. Bryant takes on a nationally ranked Christian Brothers team out of Missouri and wins that handedly. And
Buck James gets his first win, right?
And Buck James, he went on the road and got a win. So yeah, a lot of good high school football games this week. And we actually called the Shiloh Christian game on Friday with Kyle, myself, and Josh. So.
Yeah, well, it's good. Obviously the storyline there with Conway and what's happening in Bryant. That's going to be one, and it's just nice to get everything underway now. You got all
football's back.
Yeah, college and high school, and you went to see Garth Brooks earlier.
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah, a little anniversary trip with the wife, and we went down to New Orleans.
His tickets, Roger, were like
third row.
Get them for
$150 pop.
Those are like $1,500 tickets.
And this is a shameless plug, but go to SeatGeek.com. Geek.
Yeah, it's by far the best.
It's amazing. You can find
unbelievable
cheap tickets. There was a girl that was sitting second row in front of me. She said she got her tickets on Monday, paid $25 a pop for hers.
Yeah, unreal. Obviously, Jimmy Buffett here. This is one of the great Jimmy Buffett classics.
Oh, absolutely.
He's gone for so long.
But you know what? You don't look like it.
Thank you, RJ. Your hair looks nice.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
It's 8:50 here at the State House
I got to run. We got stuff to do.
Where you going? I'm going to need you to.
I know. I appreciate it. But real quick, going back to the Garth Brooks thing.
Yeah.
You knew you weren't home whenever they play Baton Rouge and everybody starts chanting LSU. This made you want to throw up.
They're not chanting that today.
No, they aren't. No, they aren't.
It's a good song.
All right. 8:50 here, Morning Man.
And darling, it's I love you so. That's the reason I just let you go.
Every time you eat at Tacos for Life, you have the unique and exciting opportunity to help end childhood hunger around the world. Strategy is simple. For every taco, bowl, salad, quesadilla, or nachos purchased, a portion is donated to Feed My Starving Children, their nonprofit partner. Feed My Starving Children has developed a scientifically formulated manna pack rice meal that provides children with the nutrients they need to go strong and healthy. Manna packs are made up of rice, vitamins, soy, and veggies, and they're sent to over 70 countries around the world. Pretty amazing, right? Now, you can order at Tacos for Life with your new Tacos for Life app. That's right, and you get freebies every week through the end of September. And if you're ordering through that Tacos for Life app, why don't you try the new bacon barbecue ranch taco, salad, or quesadilla? They are absolutely delicious. You're going to love them. Check them out at Tacos for Life.
Tune in to hear what the head hog has to say each Wednesday with the Sam Pittman Show, brought to you by Chris Crane Hyundai of Conway, Arkansas's #1 Hyundai dealer.
Randy Rainwater here for Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. Are you looking for a Kubota zero-turn mower, tractor, excavator, or track loader? Stop by Hennard's and let them help you pick what meets your specific need. Selling and servicing Kubota equipment since 1991. Stop and see my friends at Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy or call 501-268-1987. Hennard's Foothills Equipment, your hometown dealer, no matter where you live.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. For the past few months, we've been asking you to give us a chance to buy your cars, and the response has been great. We really appreciate all of you who brought your cars in and turned it into cash. We've purchased hundreds of cars from fine people just like you. Folks, we're still buying cars every day. So look around and see what you or your family has in the garage that you want to turn into cash. It's really easy, folks. Just come into Fletcher Dodge and ask for Chris or Andy. We'll buy any vehicle and we'll pay you more than anyone. We can't find enough vehicles at the auto auctions to meet the demand. So we're extending you this offer to the public. We'll pay you more, so don't wait. We've purchased hundreds of cars from fine people just like you. Come see us today for the best cash offer on your car, truck, van, or SUV. Just ask for Chris or Andy. We'll pay you more, so come see us at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood. Thanks.
Roger Scott for Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union and their Casasa checking accounts. With Casasa, earn up to 6% APY, cash rewards with no minimum balance, and refunds on ATM fees. Stop by Alcoa's new branch in Sheridan and open a free Casasa checking account or apply securely online at alcoacommunityfcu.org.
Hey, it's time to gear up for the ultimate football season with Edwards Food Giant's new tailgate barbecue packages. Introducing the Family Barbecue Grab Pack, your go-to solution for hassle-free, mouth-watering tailgate feast. Each package includes 1.5 pounds of tender barbecued pulled pork, smoked to perfection, plus 1 pound each of mustard potato salad, coleslaw, and baked beans. The ultimate lineup of sides that'll make your taste buds cheer. Need even more to satisfy the whole team? Look no further than the Tailgate Pack. Get ready for a touchdown of flavors, 3 pounds of barbecue pulled pork, 3 racks of succulent ribs, and a triumphant trio of 3 pounds of mustard potato salad, coleslaw, and baked beans. To make things easier, each package is accompanied by the essentials, buns, barbecue sauce, and cutlery to make your tailgate setup a breeze. Plus, if all that's not enough, they also offer a lineup of delicious meats like chicken, brisket, their brand new smoked sausage, and so much more, all straight from their smokehouse. Ready to make your game unforgettable? Visit EdwardsFoodGiant.com or head over to your local Edwards Food Giant to place your order today.
Pat Bradley joins Out of Bounds every Thursday, courtesy of Motorsports Authority, to discuss all things sports and so much more. Motorsports Authority has 2 great locations with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. Check them out online at msastore.com. Pat Bradley from Motorsports Authority on your fun and game station, 103.7 The Buzz.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem in the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studios. Here is David Basil, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
All right. It'll cause heartache. Coach lives on the lake. He does. He doesn't care to play any games here. No, we don't mean a thing. He'll just go snorkeling.
He's on the left, you see.
He'd rather have nothing but a damned old cold beer. They want to play all home games up in Fayetteville. They don't give playing here one second thought. Some people claim that our attendance is to blame, but we know
It's Sam and Hunter's fault.
Sam and Hunter's fault. That's what it is. It's all about the money. Bye. Tombstone.
Bye. Thanks to Ortho Arkansas.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so
Two
much.
Roger Scott songs today.
It's a bonus track. You get
What's
some of
that, Andy?
those.
You're like Justin Moore. You're putting out all these.
Things I better get it done, and I know that we've got a ton that we've had to go through today.
I do want to thank our man Zach over at Oaklawn Sports, Young Money, who we were there, Josh, at the tailgate party that was sponsored by Oaklawn Sports, and we were discussing the things I should do. And do you remember, Josh, when the line, when we looked at it, it was the over-under for scoring from West Carolina had gone up to 13?
Yeah, I do.
And I went, ooh. And then all of a sudden, when I had Jessica help me make the bet, it had dropped down to 10. I said, boom, that's it. And that's
So
the
it dropped
difference.
back down.
It dropped back down. So how about that?
Man, it happens.
Look at that. Line movement.
I guess so.
Line movement. Boom.
Lives this week. Don't worry about it.
Look at that.
Listen. We're right now. It is 13.5. It's the
line.
Yeah, is the line for the Razorbacks in Kent State, and minus 108 or minus 114 at 57. So that's moving. We'll get some alternate lines probably tomorrow or the next day.
All right, it is 9 o'clock live from the State House Convention Center.
Get lasting joint pain relief without surgery, without drugs, without downtime. New options are now available here in Central Arkansas. Regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics. Hey, it's RJ Hawk talking about the biologic therapies at QC Kinetics. This is the most exciting medical development in years. These remarkable regenerative treatments actually encourage your own body to help heal the damaged tissue in your joints. Pro athletes have done this for years. Now it's available to folks like us. If you've been struggling with knee, back, shoulder, or hip pain, or arthritis pain of any kind, you need to check out the exciting natural alternative with incredible patient satisfaction reports. Restorative biologic therapies at QC Kinetics. Effective treatments for chronic joint pain with no drugs and no surgery. Learn about all the regenerative options available to help you get pain-free. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics now. 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 222-8440.
Game day starts with the Mud Connection Hog Wild pregame show with Trey Shapp and David Basil. Brought to you in part by Bud Light and the Holiday Inn Express and Suites off Weddington and Fayetteville.
ESPN and The Buzz gives you the complete sports and entertainment package.
I love that game.
103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with Channel 7's Cassandra Webb.
Arkansas continues to help those who were affected by the devastating wildfires in the Hawaiian island of Maui. Mark Ingram with the American Red Cross from Little Rock says he got a call from his boss asking him if he would head to the island. Without hesitation, he was on his way. Ingram believes volunteers can bring hope to the city in the midst of the devastation. Hawaii's tourism authority is encouraging visitors to travel there to help the state's economy. Monday, Channel 7 News was at Fleet Feet's annual Labor Day Pancake Run in Little Rock. The popular running store sponsors this event where people run or walk up to 4 miles and then enjoy some pancakes. All the money they raise this year goes to Ferncliff Camp in Little Rock. The owner of Fleet Feet choose a different cause to donate money to each year with their Labor Day Pancake Run. For more news and weather, download our free KATV News and Weather apps. From the Channel 7 Newsroom, I'm Cassandra Webb.
Brought to you by Elia's Mexican Grill. Headed to the hill? Take exit 108 from either direction for award-winning Mexican food made fresh every day. Elia's in Morrilton, home of the chocolate nachos.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
A few more hot days before we get some relief at the end of the week. Today, 93 for a high, partly cloudy, and a 20% chance of a few pop-up isolated showers and thunderstorms. A high of 95 tomorrow. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Edgar Award-winning author and Arkansas native E.Y. Craner joins the zone every Tuesday courtesy of Jackalope Cycling. Jackalope Cycling in Russellville is there with bike rentals and service, camping gear, fishing accessories, whatever gets you excited about the outdoors. E.Y. Craner Tuesday in the Zone, brought to you by Jackalope Cycling. Check them out online at jackalopecycling.com.
Say hey now, Roger Scott from a good friends, and I mean that, at Pickles Gap Weapon Shack right there on Highway 65 North in Conway. My buddy Connor has cash. You've heard of cash? Cash is king. Cash is good. We all like cash. He's ready to buy your used weapons and give you that cash. Bring one or bring your entire collection and turn them into cash at Pickles Gap Weapon Shack. Now make sure they're unloaded and locked open when you bring them in. We're all about safety when dealing with weapons at Pickles Gap Weapon Shack. Talking about safety, make sure your family is protected with tasers and pepper spray. A little less lethal, but they have that there too. You can also find suppressors, what we used to call silencers back in the day. Pickles Gap Weapon Shack can take care of every one of your needs when it deals with safety and or weapons. Right now, Connor has the cash, as I mentioned. He's ready to buy your weapons, one or the whole thing. Bring them to Pickles Gap Weapon Shack on Highway 65 North in Conway, or you can give them a call on their weapons hotline. For Buzz listeners, that's 501-300-AK-47.
The Associated Builders and Contractors of Arkansas is hosting a one-day safety conference in conjunction with the Division of Labor OSHA consultation section on Tuesday, September 12th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Packed full of educational sections, expert speakers, vendors, and more. Standard registration, which includes lunch, is $45 and can be secured through Eventbrite by searching ABC Arkansas Safety Conference 2023 or email Megan at abcarc.org for more details.
No lunch plans yet today? Here's a suggestion. How about downtown Little Rock's favorite go-to lunch spot, Capital Smokehouse and Grill, featuring the most delicious daily lunch specials you'll find anywhere, including rotating dishes such as chicken and dressing, meatloaf, chicken fried steak, pot roast, fried chicken breast, and so much more, including catfish on Fridays. Capital Smokehouse and Grill, open weekdays from 11 till 2, or click on capitalsmokehouseandgrill.com. Also available for catering any size event or party.
Waiting is no fun. Like when you're hungry, waiting for the microwave. Waiting for the light to turn green when you're running late. Come on. Or waiting for your notoriously unpunctual friend to arrive at the bar, even though she just texted you 5 minutes away. Sure you are. At the payroll company, we know waiting stinks, which is why we pride ourselves on fast replies to our clients, doing payroll right and on time each month, and answering questions quickly and efficiently. The payroll company. Less headaches, more than payroll. Visit morethanpayroll.com.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. For the past few months, we've been asking you to give us a chance to buy your cars, and the response has been great. We really appreciate all of you who brought your cars in and turned it into cash. We've purchased hundreds of cars from fine people just like you. Folks, we're still buying cars every day. So look around and see what you or your family has in the garage that you want to turn into cash. It's really easy, folks. Just come into Fletcher Dodge and ask for Chris or Andy. We'll buy any vehicle and we'll pay you more than anyone. We can't find enough vehicles at the auto auctions to meet the demand. So we're extending you this offer to the public. We'll pay you more, so don't wait. We've purchased hundreds of cars from fine people just like you. Come see us today for the best cash offer on your car, truck, van, or SUV. Just ask for Chris or Andy. We'll pay you more, so come see us at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood. Thanks.
Looking for somewhere new downtown to hang out with all of your friends for football? Then there's only one place, and that's Little Rock's newest neighborhood sports bar, The Busker on South Main. The Busker features an upscale bar menu with great beer, wine, and cocktail selections, as well as weekday happy hours from 4 till 7 and late nights from 10 till close. So watch all your favorite college and NFL games on the Sunday Ticket this fall, where you won't miss a minute of the action on their big screen TVs. All this, including live music on the weekends, can only be found at The Busker on South Main.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
I didn't think you had it in you. I'm your Huckleberry.
In the Oaklawn Racing Casino and Resort Studios.
Why, Johnny Ringo, you look like somebody just walked over your grave. All right, Lunger, let's do it.
Here is David Basil, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
All right, 9:06 here at the State House Convention Center outside the Wally Allen Ballroom. Of course, we know the Allen family. Amazing, the amazing facilities that they have, own, and manage.
I like
hotels,
the brothers, yeah.
Really cool hotels across the state.
Very kind.
So just so you know, if you just joined us, if you're coming down here for this meeting, I'm gonna warn you, you're gonna have to take some time to park, and you may not be close. We've talked to several people who are down there by the DoubleTree and several blocks away. It just is what it is. That's one of the challenges of being down here. We at the DoubleTree, we have the parking garage, so it is running around the area. That's probably 2-3 blocks out. Twin City Limousine, you'll see their banners on the side of their vehicles. Hey, it is what it is, but I try to get here early. Doors open at 10:30. We got to put through 1,300 people through our normal buffets that we do. So hopefully it'll all work out. Hopefully there won't be any glitches, but excited about it. So if you just tuned in, we'll have Peyton Manning on with Wes and Justin around 11:30. Right here. And then we'll have him on stage probably about 12:15. The program will begin around 11:45. So if you get there, get here early, shake some hands. Hey, listen, there are going to be so many people here. It'd be a great place to talk and those kind of things. Network. And also, network, that's exactly right, Roger. And you can listen to them on the board. You can go to the Touchdown Club Facebook page, Twitter page, YouTube page. All that will be covered. Couple things we've done today, Roger. We've had Bruce James from Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer, but sponsored by Rick Schaefer, sponsored by Edwards Food Giant. Wally Hall, sponsored by Capital Smokehouse Grill. We've had the Razorback Rewind, which is something that we're going to do every week. And if you want to sponsor that, Josh did a real good job. That basically is just the highlights of the game and
It's a great segment.
comments.
We've never had it before.
Yeah, so that's something if you want to play a little bit later in the show, you can too. Chris Kane will be stopping by from Delta Solar, hanging out. He and RJ obviously run all over the place. Great to have Meredith back at the Touchdown Club today.
So she's going to be here today?
She's going to be back. How about that?
So I know my son-in-law is going to be coming too.
Yeah. The other thing is that
that's awesome.
Yeah, the other thing is that we've got another segment that Josh is going to do called the Weekend Football Snapshot, and instead of doing highlights in a jar like we used to do, Josh is going to put together the national highlights, several of the plays, both from pro and college. But
is that so? That's going to replace
that's
that?
right.
Cool.
That's right. So we don't have
since
we don't have pro to go with all college this weekend. I would presume Josh should take it away.
Correct. All right, here we go. Once again, this is the way it'll work. We'll give you the biggest result of the weekend, so the most meaningful nationally, the best individual performance, and the best upset. So here we go.
We are through another weekend of big games.
You are looking live at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta.
Exciting upsets.
Appalachian State has done it again.
And electrifying performances.
There he goes again. Goodbye, touchdown, Jonathan Taylor. His 5th touchdown today.
Let's take a look back at this weekend's best. It's time for Saturday Snapshot. The result.
There's Travis on the move, and he puts it wide open. Boom! Makes an impact play as a receiver. And Florida State may have just stuck the dagger in LSU.
Yeah, guys, this one was 17-14 going into the half like we talked about earlier. And then 31 straight points from Florida State got them to 45. LSU tacked on one at the end, but 45-24. People were wondering if Mike Norvell has the Noles back. I think we kind of got the answer here. And we saw Clemson last night. FSU's got to be the favorite now in the ACC.
Yeah, that was a major statement by FSU. No question about it. Big win for Mike Norvell. Biggest hit since he's been there. We've been waiting for Florida State to return. And they just didn't beat a really salty, pretty darn good LSU team.
And from what some are saying, the gaslighting that happened with Brian Kelly saying that they were going to beat the heck out of Florida State. Beat the heck out of Florida State. Right. And then after the game, saying that there were some issues with his team going on, acting like they were the 2-time defending national champion Georgia Bulldogs. So what are you doing?
All right, what's next?
The biggest upset of the weekend.
The biggest upset.
Finley to the left side, bangs his way into the end zone, loses his helmet. He doesn't care. Touchdown Bobcat, 16 yards. All is good in San Marcos. G.J. Kinney and T.J. Finley, the 1-2 punch. This was the unexpected tonight.
So that is former Auburn quarterback T.J. Finley, who beat out former Arkansas quarterback Malik Hornsby for the starting job, guys. And G.J. Kinney, he comes in from Incarnate Word. They have a prolific offense, and they take a ton of transfers, the second most transfers in the country. They go to Baylor as 27.5-point underdogs, and they pull the upset there. It's Texas State's first win against a Power 5 school. And G.J. Kinney wants to build their program like UTSA is built. but they can't take high school kids just yet. They got to fix this thing immediately. Bunch of transfers, and there you go. That's why you got the Texas State upset.
Chris Kane joins us now, too. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning.
I'm telling you, that was, to me, that was sort of lost, Roger. When I heard that, I'm like, what? That's where Lane Hatcher played last year. They fired the coach, to turn that around and go into Baylor and to beat Baylor, who was a really good football program. They got the thing back. That's a really a shocker to me.
Not just Texas State. What he did at Incarnate Word, Old Southern Conference. I mean, the absolute worst program in the league, and they're relatively new, by the way, so it's not exactly all on them. They're a newer program in terms of their football. What he did in the FCS into this Texas State job and immediately had success is a testament to his system and the effectiveness of it.
Josh, what's next?
All right, last but not least,
the best performance.
10 of the 26. Sanders sprinting, sets, delivers. Touchdown, Colorado! Jimmy Hard. Morris intercepted. Wow! Travis Hunter. Unbelievable. Hunter just plucks it out of the air.
The Dolphins of Gus Johnson there on that one. Yeah, it was Colorado 45, TCU 42. Two massive performances here. Shedeur Sanders throws for 510 yards and 4 touchdowns, but I think the big one was Travis Hunter. He played 120 snaps, had that unbelievable red zone reception, had over 100 yards receiving. There is a reason this guy was a number 1 player in the country. And as good as Shedeur was, Travis Hunter was the guy that popped off the page to me because he's just unbelievably electric.
Yeah, Travis Hunter, if you heard Dion, he's got it's a good 120 snaps.
Yeah.
Is what Dion's been doing that, so anyway.
But this is the same.
Yeah, Josh,
Go
thank
ahead.
you.
I'm sorry.
By the way, too, the weekend recap or the weekend highlights, that's sponsorable as well as the Razorback Rewind as well. So
Absolutely. We'll do that Razorback Rewind again this hour, Josh.
I'm going to leave it to you, my friend.
Thank you.
Chris. Chris is on.
Chris.
I'll be on the station, but also he's now up in Touchdown Club staff.
Just trying to follow him, Raj.
I do want to thank you.
Scary.
I guess Delta Solar is giving you the permission to come by and do this.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Delta Solar.
Yes.
We didn't need it at the very beginning of the tailgate party Saturday, but we most definitely could have gathered. I guess solar can grab, just like you can get a suntan on a cloudy day with the UVs. You need solar.
I can find some energy.
You can find energy on solar on a cloudy day.
People ask me, how's it going in the business? And every time it's a sunny day, it's always business is good. Always good, baby.
It really is. I've got one house that uses that has that on the front of their house. I don't know.
We know commercial. That's our bread and butter.
Fact.
We do
you know what? And let me tell you something. I want to just throw this out there right now because with what you're doing. I don't know. When one comes to the neighborhood, generally I'm going to see 3 or 4 more in the next couple of months. And those youngsters that are dropped off in neighborhoods, and these are youngsters. I mean, they're a captive a group of youngsters that come to try to sell that or Vivint or some of these other things like that. I try to be as nice as I can be to them because my oldest grandson was trying to sell some of these things before. So it's a security system or solar or whatever and all that. They're just dropped off right there. Treat them kindly. I know that some of them get treated poorly. Treat them kindly, even though you've got 6 of them that come to your house in a 6-month span. They're trying to make a living. You can help them out, and they'll learn the ropes themselves like that when it comes by. Sometimes I know that they just look beaten, because they come to people's doors and they just tell them, get out of here, leave me alone. It doesn't happen at our house. Them in actually and feed them and drink some because it's their last deal. We'll do that sort of thing. So be mindful of that.
Yeah, and always make sure, just like anything, whether security systems or solar, anyone that's selling you anything door to door, read your contracts very carefully. Make sure you get multiple quotes and don't make a decision that day. How about that? You don't need to. You can sleep on it. You can sleep on it, Raj.
Let me tell you. You know what I tell those guys? I said, look here, I'm not in the market for that right now. Let's just say it's either the solar or the security. I currently have my security. But what can I do to help you?
You're a nice person. You're uncommonly kind.
The older I get, the more I am more sentimental. But when it comes to the youngsters that are out there doing it, because I know it's you get credit for this. What do I got to do without dinging my credit? What do I got to do? I got to sign something. You got to go over a spill. What do you got to do? And I'll do it.
See, I don't have a lot because I put a no soliciting sign on my door years ago, and kudos to everyone who respects that. Because
you can do that, but I can't put one in my yard that says keep your dog from pooping in my yard.
Do you put a little sign with a little thing coming out?
No,
I've seen those.
I want to.
Does Samantha say no? She's not going to let you.
Absolutely, she says no. She also says, I said, look, here's what I want to do. I want to get one letter. I'm going to print it out, and I'll make copies for every house in the neighborhood, including our own. That way, everybody in the neighborhood got one. It's not just me. And I'm going to put them in and just say, hey, if you have a pup, she said, you are not doing that. I don't want to hear nothing about it. She nearly got on to me again because she's my barometer. When the folks that are laying Comcast internet whatever it is,
that fiber. Yeah,
we already have the AT&T come through, and they already did what they did to my lawn. Now Xfinity's coming by, Comcast is coming by, and I just get a note on my doorstep that said, we're going to be digging in your yard. I went, so I called. So this is how you're going to treat me? Not even a reach. You're just going to treat me?
Not even having the courtesy.
I told
no
you.
Courtesy. Courtesy.
I told the guy I called him up on a Saturday when I'm getting that thing because the doorbell went off, and I go, I got to tell you, I'm that guy.
They're ruining your grass.
I'm going to be watching.
They're digging right there.
But right now, I think Samantha and I have been spared. They moved it over the box over to my neighbor's house.
Okay, so you're okay
so
for now?
I'm good right now, but I still think they have to go trenchy trench to the wall.
It's invasive, though, doesn't it? Right. Little invasive. Little.
Because it's just coming there. I think they can do what they want to do.
Exactly right.
I don't want to do it. Hey, thanks for sitting in here.
You're welcome, Paul.
We are here. A lot of great football and having everybody that joined us today. I know on the Spectral Solutions text line. Did you go to the game?
Oh no, we had UCA broadcast. So
my bad. That's right. You were at Oklahoma State. That's right.
Yes.
My bad. Did you hear anything from I think maybe a former colleague of yours? I saw Laura Monteverde.
Yes, no, I did see that.
Saw her tweet.
Yeah,
my daughter game. Honesty. Now she went to the game and she took her 3-year-old, my 3-year-old grandson. She took him and a couple of her friends. So I think they left about halftime. She was not too thrilled about the long lines in the water and this and that. Wally pointed out that happened in Fayetteville the first game of the year as well. Baz even echoed that same sentiment that Wally had. I assume that's the case. I don't know. I don't think War Memorial was unprepared. I don't know what that. Pardon?
Chuck said sounds like they were.
We're grossly underprepared. Two folks who were there, they said the issues were also that. Hold on.
4,000.
The scenes that more people, and also not just them. I mean, I saw Twitter videos of fans walking out, but the issue was some of the gates were not open. And so there was a lot of crowding and people could not get in and out as easily. And so it caused a lot of crowding in the concourses. Folks told me that they were trying to get some EMS folks were trying to get through to get somebody out of the stands, and they couldn't get through because there was so much crowding in the concourses. So that's an issue. You cannot have that kind of stuff happening. It's unsafe.
I just want to tell you, though, it's not isolated to War Memorial Stadium, echoing the sentiments earlier we heard, but even bigger stadiums and more formidable stadiums in terms of capacity, campingworldstadium.com, which hosted the LSU and Florida State game, apparently had the same issues War Memorial was facing. And it really maybe goes more to show that these types of venues that don't regularly hold these types of events can sometimes struggle, especially out of the gate when they've had a whole off season without hosting these type of events, of being in some sort of routine, some sort of efficiency purpose that they can get these materials, these items, and distribute them efficiently. And I think that's the bigger issue, because it's not just War Memorial. It's if you're not holding a regularly scheduled event of this capacity, you're going to have shortfalls. And we saw that nationally with the biggest game of the weekend down here to War Memorial, we saw some similarities.
Yeah, again, it's a great point, and that is one. Now, the only thing that could prepare War Memorial for this Razorback game, if already knowing, look, you're going to sell 40,000 tickets. You've already got 40,000 tickets, maybe 45, which is what it turns out to be, that sort of thing. So you're going to sell that many. The softball. If you're prepared for the softball with that group of people, again, there may be another 15K less than what was that softball.
I think it was more than that. Yeah.
I think you're
yeah.
See, I don't even know. I've not heard that number, and I'm curious to know what it is.
I just saw just the images alone. It wasn't as.
But in years
proud.
past, is what I'm
agreed.
In years past, that would be the only thing that you might be able to measure something by. And not knowing what the issue would have been. It would have been lack of water in certain areas or that sort of thing. Again,
and you saw the response from War Memorial, correct?
I did
from
not.
From the Parks and Tourism.
No,
there was
tell me about it.
I would have to pull it up and.
Okay, I won't hold you against it.
But essentially, the response was that they had water available at the cooling stations, and I'm paraphrasing here, but
sure.
Like there was adequate hydration. Around the stadium, they said they didn't run out of Gatorade, so they did say there were things to help with hydration if necessary, but again, not as readily available in some of the areas. That was just their response.
I accept that. I have no problem with that.
Look, they have to. They have to issue a response because there were enough complaints.
There was enough complaints,
That's right.
And they did it. So they got it through. Now we'll do that. Will they be able to do it again? Again with the temperature, they moved the game. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Moving all that around. I know Baz has talked about it for years. You've talked about it, I'm sure, when we talk about people just going to the tailgate. Well, I met some old neighbors of mine, Jerry Lee and his family. Stopped by. They came by our tailgate party. Thank you to Oaklawn Sports and the other sponsors that made that happen behind the Double B's. And they were only going for the tailgating. I thought, you know what? I've heard about you people, but I didn't know. But I hadn't seen you people. It's exactly what you mean. I didn't realize that. I don't know. I missed that boat. I miss just tailgating. I'm not at the age anymore where I'm just going to tailgate and want to hang there and party because I know there's going to be the adult beverages and all that. That would be one of the main reasons I don't want to be there. But for you, sandwiches or whatever the case may be, depending on that, and you're all there. I guess they still had quite a few people out there doing just that. And if that's what you're doing, I don't think there was any issue, any arrests or anything like that going on out there.
Certainly hope not. It's hard just with the number of people and the drinks involved to have a completely clean event without any incident, but it could have happened. I didn't hear about it.
And again, if you want to talk about it, 661-1037, that's the phone number. You can call it. That's the Southern Structural Solutions text line as well. One of the other issues, and then we'll take a break after this, Josh, and come back and let's do the rewind, is the ticket, how the tickets were distributed.
That was interesting. Yeah. And look, Raj, I know you're old school. You like the paper in your hand.
Yes, you gotta have
you want to walk
the paper.
Up, you want to feel in your pocket.
I want to know it. I
know.
I want to hear that perf. Yeah. I want to hear the perf.
And you know what? If it doesn't rip just right, if it tears just a little off the tip,
it's not a souvenir.
It's okay. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's unique. It's yours.
That's exactly right.
It's yours.
Speaking of unique, the my Wells Cole poster had two things on there. Number one, they had the ASU. They had this week's game at War Memorial. They had it in Fayetteville on my Wells Cole score, and the A&M game they have in Fayetteville, which is not in Fayetteville. So did you see anything go on with the people with the tickets? You didn't see anybody holding up their cell phone with tickets or anything like that?
Did not see that. I did think it was interesting, though, making that transition.
Yeah.
First game on a different site. Maybe something that they'll revisit.
That was risky as hell. Not having the water and doing all that. I did like the fact that some people were taking advantage of the cost of inflation and doubling up on some parking prices for that one.
It sounds reasonable, though, because we use our phones for so much now. So the digital ticket sounds reasonable. But an application, whenever you're there and trying to scan them quick, man, you have people filling through. Oh, it's not working. Oh, it's not working.
You know what? I can dig it as long as I know what I'm doing on this sort of thing, and because that's how we got our tickets to the ball game this weekend. Yada yada. Listen, there ain't nothing like that. Sam's Wholesale Club will you check it out yourself?
Scan and go.
Scan and go,
baby.
Listen, tickets
Scan
and
and
go.
go.
I'll take that. I'm moving on up.
I do wonder if I don't know if they had scanners there that were not like where you could just scan and someone was just standing by. So
did you all hear they just weren't scanning tickets at one point? I mean, that's
well, I did hear that. Yeah, I did hear people say that they didn't even scan it. They just walked in.
That 44 could be a little more. I mean, it could be a little more. It could be. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Thanks to Delta Solar for letting Chris Kane come sit in with us this last hour as well. We appreciate him very much. Chuck Gatlin is here. He's just supervising things like that. Baz is taking off to get prepared. The zone will be here in another 30 minutes or so. But when we come back, we will have the rewind, Josh. Let's do that. Play the new Razorback song when we come back based on the Jimmy Buffett, Why Don't We Get Drunk? And this is a different one, but it's a positive one. My wife she's rubbing off on me. We'll be right back. It is Morning Mayhem from the State House Convention Center.
From the knees of my heart. Please, from the knees of my heart. My heart.
Brought to you by the Big Car and Truck Show Saturday at Good Sell Truck Accessories. Food, fun, music, and lots of awesome show cars. It's all Saturday, 9 to 3 at Good Sell Truck Accessories, Exit 8 in Jacksonville.
This is Sports Center.
Big weekend across the state in college football, highlighted by the Arkansas Razorbacks' resounding win over the Western Carolina Catamounts in Little Rock. 56-13 was your final score. KJ Jefferson threw for 3 touchdowns and rushed for 1 as well. Rocket Sanders had 2 scores on the ground. The Hogs also had 4 interceptions in the game. One of them, an 85-yard pick 6 by Brad Spence. As Arkansas gets to 1-0, things did not go as well for teams in the rest of the Natural State. Arkansas Pine Bluff lost on Thursday night to Tulsa 42-7. Arkansas State took a 73-0 shellacking at the hands of the Oklahoma Sooners on Saturday afternoon. And Central Arkansas put up a strong fight against the Oklahoma State Cowboys, losing 27-13 in Stillwater. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
A few more hot days before we get some relief at the end of the week. Today, 93 for a high, partly cloudy, and a 20% chance of a few pop-up isolated showers and thunderstorms. A high of 95 tomorrow. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort presents Oaklawn Game Day. It's an inside look at the week's big games, exciting prop bets, and the latest betting lines from Oaklawn Sportsbook. Justin Acree and Oaklawn's Director of Sports Wagering, Zach Gillum, give you all the information you need to place your bets at Oaklawn. Catch it on the Buzz Wednesday at 8 p.m. and again Thursday mornings at 5:30 before Morning Mayhem. Oaklawn Game Day on your fun and game station, 103.7 The Buzz.
We don't like to be healthier, and today I want to talk about one of the easiest ways you can invest in your wellness, a Be Heart Healthy screening from Baptist Health. The Be Heart Healthy screening is a series of tests and evaluations that assesses your risk for cardiovascular disease. If you find you're at risk, you'll have the opportunity to make lifestyle changes or begin taking medication before you notice any symptoms of heart disease. Early detection and treatment are the best ways to prevent heart attacks, stroke, and other vascular disease complications, which is why I believe the Be Heart Healthy screening from Baptist Health is so important. It's only $99, but the results are invaluable. If you're between the ages of 30 and 85 without a previous diagnosis for coronary artery disease, I suggest you sign up today. Understanding your heart health can be absolutely life-changing and in some cases, life-saving. Learn how you can get a better look at yours by visiting baptist-health.com/heart screening.
Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, one of Arkansas's leaders in hay equipment. They handle a full line of Kubota tractors and hay tools, as well as Vermeer hay products. 501-268-1987. Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, your hometown dealer no matter where you live.
At Edwards Food Giant, they know your family is important, and they also know that your time and convenience is as well. So why not take advantage of their heat and eat items in their deli department? Those famous Edwards Food Giant signature dishes with many of the same entrees and recipes that are served daily in the hot bar, all ready to take home and serve to your family tonight. This week's special is chicken and sausage jambalaya for only $7.49 per pound, with roasted potatoes and peppers for $4.99 per pound.
Have you tried the new bacon barbecue ranch taco at Tacos for Life? It's fantastic. They also have the bacon barbecue ranch in a salad, a quesadilla, so you can have it any way you wish. Check them out. Barbecue Bacon Ranch, limited time, Tacos for Life.
There's nothing quite like outdoor living, and at Razorback Camper Sales, we've been bringing the camping lifestyle to families for over 50 years. We're Arkansas's oldest family-owned RV dealer with the best parts and service department in the state. Razorback Camper Sales has everything you need for travel trailers, fifth wheels, and pop-ups. Find out why our customers are always happy campers. Come see us in Hot Springs or online at razorbackcampersales.com.
Let's keep the good vibes going. Morning Mayhem is back on the air. Here's Baz, Roger, and Justin in the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studios.
All right, now this one is Why Don't We Get Drunk And? That's what this one is. It's a nice one. It's positive anyway.
We all love our Razorbacks and have hog-high hopes this year.
It's Jimmy Buffett.
The hog call sounds wonderful, and there's why we cheer.
That's for Kathy.
Our lives are much richer.
Scream it out, Raj.
Being a part of this crew. So when you hear Whoop Pig, you're screwed.
See how I did that? Don't get drunk and
yeah, when you hear Whoop Pig, you're screwed.
I did everything I could to make the voice sound better, Molly. So.
And from what someone
really
said, you might even
hear hate you.
Now we ain't trying to be mean. Honey, what I'm saying is true.
Everybody!
When you hear a Whoop Pig, you're screwed.
Thank you very much to Dr. Jimmy Tucker and to Ortho Arkansas for sponsoring that once again. And we have a bonus track. That was a Jimmy Buffett song. We have the bonus track, Fayetteville, off of Margaritaville, since you're trying to take the games away from us. But that was just a bonus track in honor of Jimmy Buffett. With us right now is Molly and Clayton Harrell.
That's right.
We're glad you're here. I didn't know you were coming.
We did. We would not miss this.
Yes. Well, you're here all the time. Do you come to all the touchdown clubs?
Not all of them.
Not all of them. This is a pretty big one.
It's a big one.
It's a record-setting one. We don't know what'll happen to break this record. I don't know who would do something like that. Any idea?
I mean, I would probably say the GOAT.
That would be about it.
TB12,
which
might
is
be the only one that could challenge. But even Brady doesn't really have the. I think that in terms of personality that Peyton brings and what we've seen from SNL and his commercials, I don't know. There's just something unique about old number 18.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you a name that might break records right now. Just now, maybe this week.
Say it, Clayton.
Who is it?
Dion. Just for what he did. Now, if they lose to Nebraska,
all bets are off.
Well, we'll see. They're favored. Yeah. They're favored right now, I think, by 3 or so.
I think they're at home against Nebraska.
Yeah.
And Rule had enough. Look, Nebraska is kind of turned into that program that they just lose heartbreakers, close heartbreakers at this point. And for a fan base as passionate as they are and as storied, past that they have, it's sad. I mean, it really is kind of sad. And I'm not a fan of them. I got a friend, our friend Alicia Flynn. She's a big fan. She went there and watching them. She cheerleaded for them.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. That's right.
I know. So watching, it's sad to see fans. And Chris Peterson, our friend, Coach Peterson, he's a big fan of them.
Well, when I was growing up, and you were probably just your mother's womb mate, Molly. That's how long it's been. Nebraska was one of those teams. Nebraska, Oklahoma. So those were the ones you knew were going to. And Arkansas were going to the 5 or 6 bowls were out there. Nebraska was huge. So to see that now, it is one of those things, and especially when you see a TCU be the runner-up last year. With all that was going on with what TCU was back in the day.
Well, now we'll see if Dion can carry the momentum into next week.
So.
And if Nebraska
He's taking
can rebound.
receipts.
He's taking receipts, Rod.
He's slamming. He was making comments about Kendall Briles. There's comments you can see about him on that one because of when they went and saw him. And I can't remember where I asked Baz that may have been from when Kendall was coach at another school, FIU or something like that. Maybe
FAU or Florida State.
FAU.
It would
maybe
be one of the two, I think.
Maybe. Yeah, it had to be one of those. But he wasn't talking about Kendall at TCU, but he was talking about Kendall when that was going on. But listen, he's changed what looks like what's going on up there. He's got he matched last year's win total. So he's got that going for him already. He's one down. Anything now?
Nothing but up, right?
Nothing but up.
Nothing.
I don't know. Never
up.
say that. I never say that.
Listen. I read a report that the minute they announced Dion, $28 million from donors came in. So, I don't know the last time Colorado has seen, that amount of money.
When did they win it all? 90? Was it 90 or 92?
Was Cordell Stewart the quarterback?
That's a great. Maybe.
Oh, wow.
Maybe.
Might have been.
Question of the day.
Might have been. In the other game, of course, listen, Tommy Smith is listening to us. How about that? I didn't know that Tommy would get up.
He's going to be here today.
Is he going to be here?
Rumor has it.
Okay, I guess so. Because
he and Karen are going to be coming up.
He
loves him some old number 18.
Well, he got him a Super Bowl at Denver, and he's also one of the Mount Rushmore of Jimmy Buffett fans that I know. Between him and now I know Rankino, Mayo, and who's the other?
Bruce James.
Crawford. Oh, Bruce James, excuse me. Yes, our very own Bruce James and all that. So good to see Tommy is up and about, and he'll be coming this way. He wanted us to remind everybody about what Duke did to Clemson,
do we have to talk about that right now?
Just a bit.
Garrett Riley broke the word winner.
No.
See, that's exactly what Baz was talking about.
But you know what? I'll say this. We've gotten to know Garrett right over the last few months. A lot of people are saying, okay, was that Dabo's offense? And just
right.
Because if you looked at TCU last year and you looked at Clemson last night, there's not very many similarities.
Oh, there's one common denominator in this entire equation.
Say it.
What is it?
Chad.
Oh
Moore.
my God!
What was he doing? I didn't know he was a consultant.
I just showed Molly this morning.
He's an offensive analyst / assistant to the head coach.
That's what he is. His official title is special assistant to the head coach.
That's like Dwight Schrute.
That's exactly
what
he's assistant to the regional manager. That's exactly who he is. Now, wait a minute. Is this one of those gigs where he's not taking any money, so he's not violating any contract? Like you don't tell everybody you're working if you're getting Social Security.
I was going to say more along the lines of what old Bert did after he left the Arkansas job, taking a big discount up in New England. I don't know the financials of this, Raj, because he did go to USF and was an offensive analyst for USF last year, where they went 1-11, mind you. Terrible program, though. It's not all his fault. Well, maybe it is, but he did lose. He broke the 84-game win streak at Allen, Texas.
Right,
yes, he did.
Early on, and of course we all know what happened at Arkansas. So I don't know what kind of karma he messed up along the way, because he was the hottest hand in the country. Leaving Clemson and out
he loves the sport. He loves the game. He loves hanging out.
Clemson assistants have not had a good track record. Jeff Scott at USF was bad. Chad Moore is bad, and Tony Elliott has been terrible at Virginia. So I mean, it's not been
a award winner.
Yeah, those guys as head coaches have really struggled.
You can't have them all, Molly. Okay, you can't have them all.
We just want one.
We still got Kirby. We got Kirby.
Yeah, exactly.
You put that up.
Who was Chad's quarterback at Clemson?
One. Oh, he had Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun?
No,
we had Taj Boyd.
So he had Deshaun.
Do you have Taj Boyd?
And that's what put him where.
I think he had Boyd and Deshaun.
But he had Deshaun. And I mean, Deshaun doing that, I think that put him on the map to get the head coaching job.
I will also say
that to me, that's like the basketball coach. Now I'm thinking about it. Who was the basketball coach after Nolan?
Oh, Stan Heath.
Stan Heath. That's Stan. It was one season. You got all this going on. Let's give him a head coach job. Might not have been prepared any more than he was prepared.
And not everybody's made to be a head coach.
I'm not made to be a host. I'm made to be the second banana to David Basil. That's my deal. And I make pretty good money at it. I'm paying my bills.
I think you're doing pretty good with Baz not here right now. So
you're very kind. You're very kind.
Hey,
Clay. You stay on.
I also think this too about Clemson.
Yeah,
okay, they had two generational talents at quarterback back to back.
They did.
You
Yeah.
can't get 3. The law of averages says that
That's right.
can't happen.
Right.
And so when you get back-to-back generational talents, you're going to have great success.
Yeah.
And since then, they've kind of looked like the Clemson of old, where Clemsoning, the verb, is now back, where you're
You're back.
supposed to win a game.
You're Clemsoning.
And I do wonder, too. I saw Steve Spurrier was there last night as they were honoring the 1989 Duke team that beat top 10 Clemson.
That's what it was.
Hey,
That's it.
the aura. I know
Did
we
you all
just had
see
a
that
the aura.
Clemson did not punt in the second half last night. They also did not score. That is that is
yeah,
really
it-
hard to do.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
It's
that's really hard to
like
do.
you said. That's
Yeah.
hard to do.
I texted Molly, I told you last night. She was like, "How Clemson do?" I said, "They left 20 points off the board."
Yeah.
Literally,
I went to bed. I was over it. I'm like,
and probably
we say
more.
Dabo called all those plays. The Burrows weren't.
Final, yeah.
Look much different than last year's, and you're paying Garrett Riley a lot of money, and I don't get it was the same.
Hey, how do you say the quarterback who was there, DJ
Uyunglele.
Uyunglele?
Yep.
He went over to Oregon State, 20 of 25, 3 touchdowns, like 200 and something yards. Had a great, yeah, something like that. Yeah,
He did. He did.
He got out of that mess in the hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, thank you to Delta Solar for having Chris Kane here. Thank you, Chris, for being here.
Thanks, Bart.
We're here now with Molly and Clayton Harrell. They're with the Broyles Award. We're glad you're here. Now, you're here to see all that. So how's things going with the award? Are you ready? Are we ready?
We are ready. We have a big announcement coming next week. We're very excited.
David
about.
teased us a couple weeks ago.
Huge.
You remember that, right?
Huge announcement.
Big announcement.
He said really big.
It is. It's really big.
Well, it's just,
What kind of hints
what can you
Because
here's the deal.
Yeah.
I'm on a need to know basis with Basil, even on the day to day of this show. So there is nothing that he's going to let
They don't keep
out
any
right
secrets from each other, so
now. I thought we didn't.
Apparently not, yeah.
I sent him a Kevin Hart clip about if you're my best friend, things that are incumbent upon you to have to do. I'll share that with you another time. But a big announcement.
A big announcement. Yep. Let's see. We've never had an announcement like this.
Yeah.
That's a clue.
Wow. Okay.
I have no idea what it would be.
It involves another big Arkansas sport name.
Okay.
That's all I got.
All right.
Okay, that's for that. It's got nothing to do with the high school.
No, I was about to say,
No,
yeah.
the high school is involved.
Oh.
The high school will be involved with
Okay.
it. And it will. I'm trying
Exciting.
to. It is exciting.
We're very
It's going to be really. You know what?
It's a game changer. It's a game
It
changer.
is a game
for
changer.
the
Here's what I'll
award.
say: the big announcement on the high school side, how it'll affect the high school side, is every coach that wins should be able to attend.
Okay.
Okay. All right, very good.
And I will leave it at that.
I think- all right.
Big investment in the Broyles Award coming.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
Yeah,
Well,
so
very
we'd like
good.
to hear.
Well, that's great.
And I know you're going to get a chance to be a part of some of the pre-festivities
Yes,
today.
we're very excited.
Yes.
Very excited. Some, little connection with the Broyles Award. David Cutcliffe won the year after Peyton left. Johnny Majors is a longtime family friend, one of the original voters that we had, and Phil Fulmer. So those are kind of our
Wow,
connections
that's
there.
right.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. Yeah,
Forgot about Phil.
I sure did. He came back once. Where is he
Yeah.
now? He's not AD any longer. Is
No,
he?
he had a. We don't talk about the time that he was AD. They
We
don't
don't?
talk about it either.
Oh, they don't. I don't know. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. I don't read the paper.
Let's just say there were a lot of fast
you know what?
food bags with money.
Let's just Jeremy
and-
Pruitt.
Yeah,
Just say
Jeremy Pruitt. Yeah, there you go.
okay
Another
There you go,
Broyles
Josh.
Award guy.
but that's okay now, isn't it?
I remember when he was here. Yeah,
We're on
I
a
remember.
roll with that.
Seems like
today.
sacks of money are okay now.
If you don't have interesting people as part of the Broyles Award, then it's not as fun. So you got to have some interesting.
Too. I mean, that was
Oh, they
yeah.
totally
They really
did.
threw him under the bus.
He was an easy scapegoat.
Yeah.
Well, it's great seeing you.
You too.
It's great seeing you. Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
having us.
Is your mama here today?
She's not.
Just
here
you
today.
two?
She'll be here next week.
Well, very good. Well, we look forward to seeing you. This is my first club meeting of the year, so I'm sure I'll see her again next week. Then,
Yes.
when
Thank
we're
you
doing
for
it.
having us.
Thank y'all for
Molly,
coming over
Blake,
and
thank
being
you
a part.
guys so much.
Always
Thank you.
great to see you. Congratulations. We'll take a break. We'll come back up. Justin is here getting himself all ready, so you'll be able to see and hear him on the zone here coming up next. Sit back, and we'll be right back on Morning Mayhem.
Ecstasy, so
Roger Scott for Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort. Headliner entertainment is heating up at Oaklawn. Shows coming to the Oaklawn stage this summer. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band on September 10th. Buddy Guy November 3rd. And crowd favorite Blues Traveler November 17th. Tickets on sale now at Oaklawn.com. And Oaklawn has elevated the dining experience with the Bugler and the Oak Room and Bar. The Bugler is the perfect combination of upscale dining and casual elegance, offering an array of American cuisine, including carefully selected fish and steaks, complete with a large outdoor patio and stylish interior showcasing the history of Oaklawn. The Oak Room and Bar? Well, it is located inside the casino and offers a great dining experience with delicious offerings and a stunning bar room. To view hours and make reservations at the Bugler and the Oak Room and Bar, visit Oaklawn.com. There are new summer menus for both restaurants and free valet offer to patrons of the Bugler and the Oak Room and Bar. Go to Oaklawn.com and book your reservations online. Make your summer getaway plans today at Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort in beautiful, world-famous Hot Springs, Arkansas.
At Reed's Metals in Benton, customer satisfaction is always their top priority, and they're dedicated to providing the highest quality materials available. Ask about metal panel profile offerings with over 20 colors, all backed by a written 45-year S&P paint warranty. Plus, all your roofing accessories, underlayment, insulation, lathing boards, anchor bolts, pipe boots, pole barn kits, and more. Call Reed's Metals in Benton at 501-77-METAL. That's 501-77-METAL. Buy direct and save. ReedsMetals.com.
Do you need Rainwater, Holt, and Sexton? Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888. It really is just that easy. If you've been injured and need help, it doesn't matter where in Arkansas you are. Just dial 888-8888. We'll come to you. I'm Mike Rainwater of Rainwater, Holt, and Sexton. We have been thankfully serving Arkansans for years, and we appreciate the trust you've put in us. We work hard for you, Arkansas, each and every day. Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. For the past few months, we've been asking you to give us a chance to buy your cars, and the response has been great. We really appreciate all of you who brought your cars in and turned it into cash. We've purchased hundreds of cars from fine people just like you. Folks, we're still buying cars every day. So look around and see what you or your family has in the garage that you want to turn into cash. It's really easy, folks. Just come into Fletcher Dodge and ask for Chris or Andy. We'll buy any vehicle and we'll pay you more than anyone. We can't find enough vehicles at the auto auctions to meet the demand. So we're extending you this offer to the public. We'll pay you more, so don't wait. We've purchased hundreds of cars from fine people just like you. Come see us today for the best cash offer on your car, truck, van, or SUV. Just ask for Chris or Andy. We'll pay you more, so come see us at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood. Thanks.
I'm talking about Elias Mexican Grill. Take exit 108 from either direction for award-winning Mexican food made fresh every day. The Keith Special, a Mexican hibachi dish with fresh steak, chicken, or shrimp. Tuesdays are Taco Tuesdays, and they're only $1.99 at Elias, and now they're serving homemade tortillas. Fresh pies for dessert along with soft serve ice cream. Elias Mexican Grill, award-winning Mexican food with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. You take exit 108 to Elias Mexican Grill in Morrilton.
The Boys and Girls Club of Central Arkansas invite you to the 2023 Leader of the Year Luncheon honoring Hunter Yurichek featuring Master of Ceremonies David Basil. With your generous support, Boys and Girls Club of Central Arkansas will create opportunities to help more kids and teens achieve great futures. The Leader of the Year Luncheon will be Wednesday, October 18th at the Clinton Presidential Center. For tickets and additional information, visit bgcofca.com.
This is David Dunn with Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. Do you own or operate Max, Volvos, Freightliners, Kenworths, Peterbilts, or international trucks? We can offer you the same dealership level computer diagnostics with highly trained and professional mechanics without dealership wait times and cost. Whether you're a municipality, fleet, or small business with one truck, come see why our customers have made us the highest rated independent repair shop in Arkansas. Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. Take exit 7 on I-440 or call 568-2185.
Register now for the 2023 Bud Light SEC Pick'em Challenge for your chance to win a 50-inch flat screen TV and a Twin Peaks man card. Make sure to submit your picks each week so you can have the most points at the end of the season. Whoever has the most points will be the 2023 Bud Light SEC Pick'em Challenge winner and receive the 50-inch TV courtesy of Bud Light. Register online at 1037thebuzz.com under the football tab. Only on your fun and game station, 1037 The Buzz.
This is Miss Arkansas, Corey Keller, and you're listening to Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
There it is right there.
Just light them all up. Light them all up.
Last segment of Morning Mayhem live from the State House Convention Center. This is where we've been broadcasting today. It is a record-smashing event with attendance for Peyton Manning here. And I'm tickled to death to be here. I didn't know that my son-in-law's favorite player in the history of the world was Peyton Manning. Is that something I should know?
I don't know if you should.
We're obviously not watching a ton of football games together, things like that.
I
I mean,
gathered
Razorback games
Yeah,
we do, but
yeah.
not the other. I guess.
So he's never referenced it.
He's never referenced it
To your knowledge.
To my knowledge, and from what I understand, he has a Tennessee or a Manning jersey. Now, I don't know if it's from Tennessee. I don't know if it's from Baltimore or the Broncos, but I've never seen him wear it. I don't know. So anyway, he'll be here, probably standing right here by this. As long as the fire marshal doesn't see us, we'll be standing right here behind this wall here.
Well, you're getting a lot of Peyton Manning fans. Look, Manning is a guy that I think kind of transcends the sport a little bit because of his commercials and his SNL appearances.
Absolutely.
So you're going to get a lot of people in here today just intrigued to hear what he has to say. Also, I'm intrigued with what Basil's going to ask him. I think that the floor is open, and I know David works extremely hard on these, and does. I mean, when you look at the
and this is a Q&A, since you just point that out,
Hey, when you look at the run of show, he has a ton of pictures and videos and references. So it'll be interesting to hear Manning's response to some of these questions.
Yeah, it's a testament to Baz's hard work and of getting sticking with it, trying to get him, having his dad here years ago, and then getting a good plug from Eli.
Yes.
Putting that, and then all the other representation.
I gave up my chair for you. It's right over here.
I'm trying to set up the camera, and I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Well, there he is.
I'm pretty dumb.
Nah, nobody's ever said that to your face. Not at all.
That's actually a lie.
It was great
People
to
said
have
it to my face a
football.
lot.
It was victory one time.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just one time.
Great to have football begin this past weekend with the Razorbacks and all the other games. It was great to have that opening weekend be a 3-day holiday so you could watch it all, include FSU
We
and
digested
LSU.
it, right? We had to.
Absolutely. And now we get a short week, except for those people that had to work yesterday, and thank you for doing that. But
definitely,
it's Tuesday.
Yeah, Acre and I were on the road this past week. It was a big Oklahoma-Arkansas connection weekend.
It sure was.
I think when Rex does his recap today, you'll hear all the different references. We were in Stillwater, scaring the Cowboys for 3 quarters, 1-score game, and we absolutely, I think, put them on notice. Depth and some mistakes by the Bears. They pulled away late and ended up winning 27-13. But
so,
Justin, I felt pretty good about where the Bears are heading moving forward. And I know you were talking with the coaches last night. Got a cupcake this week against an NAIA game before we go and take on the juggernaut of FCS football.
Yeah, Texas College will not be Oklahoma State. No confusion there.
Nor North Dakota State.
No.
The following week.
But yeah, no, I was very proud of the effort, and honestly not shocked by the effort. Oklahoma State's got some things they're trying to figure out, and the Bears nearly took advantage. And they definitely had them nervous. Bears had the ball in the fourth quarter with a chance to go ahead, and unfortunately couldn't do it. But I thought it was a heck of a game.
Yeah, Will McIlvain named player of the game.
Played great.
Yeah, outstanding.
Well, very good. Well, we knew that ASU would probably be beaten by Oklahoma, but it just didn't. There was no life there whatsoever. I mean, that's a beatdown. They did what they had to do, and Ole Miss did what they had to do, scoring some of the points that they did. There was a few teams that scored in the 70s or whatever. Are you pleased? Is that about right? Or disappointed in the 56 points that the Razorbacks put on? It's one of those things, because here's the deal. We should have beat them even worse. I think for Arkansas and what we've done, I think it's a great the score was great for as many points we put on.
I don't know how you can be disappointed in that.
Well, the people are going to be disappointed in a
With
lot
the
of
score.
things.
I mean, there are things you can.
Well, because Ole Miss scores 73 or Oklahoma scores 73, and these other teams are against those lesser teams. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I think Oklahoma's at a little different place. Clearly, Oklahoma's taking and again, I don't know, maybe it's not that clear. We'll see. But I think they've taken a bigger step forward. They needed to. They had a lot of improvement from last year to show. And Arkansas, I thought, did what they needed to do. I mean, I think everybody would like to have seen them run the ball a little more effectively, even against a loaded box. But other than that, I don't know how you could have any complaints defensively.
I didn't know they weren't going to run as much. And you heard Sam. I didn't see the press conference, so I didn't know if it was tongue-in-cheek or not or anything like that when he said we didn't plan on running him a lot anyway.
Well,
I don't think one of the
he's-
waste
he
any
also-
carries or hits on him in the game against Western Carolina. I think that's at least that's the way I heard the comment. That's the way I interpreted
Well,
it.
the one I heard was, people are going to complain about the run game. He said, but let's not lose the fact that we threw it well. So
yeah, And KJ moves up into second place with all-time TDs.
Yep. Look out, Matt Jones. He's coming for you.
He's going to get that.
No doubt.
That's he's going to smash it. How many years did Matt Jones play? Was it 2 or 3? Was it so?
No, Matt played 4 years. He played as a freshman against Ole Miss. He didn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't the full-time starter.
Wasn't full-time starter.
Did he leave after his junior or senior year?
He played all 4 years.
Did he? Okay.
So he played all 4.
I'm 99% sure.
Okay, he might have.
Started
I just
3.
don't remember if his stock
That
was
doesn't
high enough.
seem like a guy
Or
that
he's a
came out early.
redshirt junior, or no, because he wasn't a redshirt. They didn't. They burned it. That's right.
Right.
Last game of the season, I think.
Okay, so I mean, he started
Last
3
4
years.
games. Yeah.
No brainer.
Well, I mean, I think like Justin said, areas of improvement. There's always going to be some. I mean, typically, but I don't know how you can be mad about 56 points.
No, I don't
I'm
think-
not mad about it. I listen. It's
Or disappointed.
It's in the win. It's in the win. We've got Kent State. I think we're 38 point favorite over Kent State now.
Now that's a game you should run wild on because you saw what UCF did in the rushing total.
Yes,
So if
saw that.
there's a reason to go, okay, let's see if the run game improves now that we know they got torched on the ground against UCF a week ago. Let's see if Arkansas can do something similar.
And then the week after next, we play BYU, who scored 14 on Sam Houston.
Which is a good they were a great FCS program, now moving up to the FBS.
That's not a good win.
No, it
That's
wasn't.
not. That's one to complain about. Matt Jones did play 4 years.
Okay, thank you.
He played in 8 games as a freshman, then 14, 13, 11. So
Okay.
he had plenty of games.
He had plenty of time
Typically,
to get
all-time
those
leaders are
touchdowns.
gonna
Yeah,
be-
Matt. You know what?
Yeah.
Should have scored more if you didn't want him to catch you.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that, man? If you're listening, their affiliates down the line. All right. Well, we're all excited about football starting. NFL starts later on this week. All right. The floor is yours. You want to pregame your show?
Well, mostly Peyton Manning will be with us. That's the highlight. And then we're going to talk to Clint Sterner. Clint is brought to you by Motorsports Authority. Pat Bradley's going to be on because it's his normal day, because it's Tuesday. I'm all messed up here. He's going to be on. That's brought to you by River City Flooring. Clint Conk will be on, thanks to Farm Brothers Flying Service. And we got Eli Craner coming on, thanks to Jackalope Cycling. Did you keep up with all that?
I did.
It's a lot.
I did.
A lot of sponsors.
Yeah. You moved Monday and Tuesday together. Are you cramming? Cramming, jamming?
Buddy, I cram.
You got to do what you got to do. You're a
I
crammer.
got to talk to John Neighbors right now. He's going to help me get this video going. You will be able to see Peyton Manning on our YouTube, Twitter, Facebook streams. Come hell or high water. Omaha. I'm going to get this done, son.
Thank you, Delta Solar, for letting Chris sit in with us. Thank you, Chris, for being here the last hour. Thanks, everybody, for participating. We'll be back in the studio tomorrow. Look forward to having you then on Morning Mayhem. The Zone is up next.
The Associated Builders and Contractors of Arkansas is hosting a one-day safety conference in conjunction with the Division of Labor OSHA consultation section on Tuesday, September 12th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Packed full of educational sections, expert speakers, vendors, and more. Standard registration, which includes lunch, is $45 and can be secured through Eventbrite by searching ABC Arkansas Safety Conference 2023 or email Megan at abcarc.org for more details.
Adding the price of ribeyes per pound, the potatoes, salad, drinks, then the charcoal.
What are you doing, Hope? And what's with the calculator?
Oh, hey, Courtney, trying to add up the cost of throwing a cookout.
Why would you go through all of that when you could just go to the butcher shop instead?
Wait, what? Now that's a great idea, because by the time I buy everything at the store, I could have just gone to the butcher shop instead and saved money.
Not to mention all that messy cleanup you won't have to do now. So for your next gathering, let the Butcher Shop Steakhouse do all the cooking on their huge charcoal grill.
Randy Rainwater takes Drive Time Sports to Arkansas Urology on Centerview Drive Friday for kickoff to Men's Health, offering free men's health screenings and a chance to win a 65-inch TV. Register online at arkansasurology.com.
Are you ready to get in the zone? It's coming up next, right here on 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with Channel 7's Ryan Houston.
Police in Dardanelle are investigating what led to the drowning of a child in the Arkansas River last week. A call for help went out around 4:30 Friday afternoon. First responders arrived to find the child receiving CPR. They then stepped in and rushed the child to the hospital, but that child died. The victim's name and age have yet to be released. In Mayflower, firefighters responded to a large fire at the Mayflower landfill. Multiple agencies were called in to help. They fought the fire from around 2 a.m. until 9:30 Monday morning when it was finally put down. Smoke could be seen for miles. They believe the fire started in a pile of debris from the March 31st tornado, and thankfully, no one was injured. For more news and weather, download the free KTV News and weather apps from the Channel 7 Newsroom. I'm Ryan Houston.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
A few more hot days before we get some relief at the end of the week. Today, 93 for a high, partly cloudy, and a 20% chance of a few pop-up isolated showers and thunderstorms. A high of 95 tomorrow. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Roger Scott for Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union and their Casasa checking accounts. With Casasa, earn up to 6% APY, cash rewards with no minimum balance, and refunds on ATM fees. Stop by Alcoa's new branch in Sheridan and open a free Casasa checking account or apply securely online at alcoacommunityfcu.org.
This is Pat Bradley for River City Flooring, where you can pick your payment. Get 0% interest for 12, 24, or 36 months. And River City Flooring in Maumelle is where you'll save 50% on all in-stock waterproof LVP flooring. And did you know River City Flooring carries cabinets? So stop in and let my friends at River City Flooring help you with your remodel. Kitchen, bath, living, dining, they do it all. Check out River City Flooring in Maumelle at their huge new showroom on Maumelle Boulevard just off 430.
Labor Day, a time to kick back, relax, and enjoy the savings at Mark McLarty Ford. Right now, get the brand new Ford Edge for just $29,997. That's $29,997. Only at Mark McLarty Ford. Better prices, even better customer service.
Hey everybody, it's John Neighbors. Listen every day to Out of Bounds to hear what Joe and I have to say about what's trending on social media and whether listeners agree or disagree. Engaging conversations about engaging topics. Sponsored by Arkansas-based West Rock Coffee. Join West Rock Coffee and their 1.5 million coffee farmers around the globe as they fuel Arkansans with great tasting coffee, tea, and water delivered directly to your business. Find them at westrockcoffee.com or 833-886-JAVA. That's 833-886-5282. Call today.
For 20 years, Kelly Vick suffered from chronic back pain.
I would do something, and at the drop of a hat, whether it be a golf swing, picking up something, whatever, it would throw it back out again.
Pain relievers, chiropractors, nothing worked for any length of time. Then Kelly found QC Kinetics.
Listening to a radio station, I heard of QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, using powerful natural biologics to restore and repair damaged tissue with no drugs, no surgery, no downtime.
And at this point, it's the greatest thing that I've ever done.
Kelly's living life with no more back pain thanks to QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics gave me freedom. I am pain-free.
Don't live with chronic joint pain any longer. Call QC Kinetics today.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. QC Kinetics has changed my life.
Call now for your free consultation at QC Kinetics.
501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. QC Kinetics. 501-222-8440. 8440.
At Edwards Food Giant, they know your family is important, and they also know that your time and convenience is as well. So why not take advantage of their heat and eat items in their deli department? Those famous Edwards Food Giant signature dishes with many of the same entrees and recipes that are served daily in the hot bar, all ready to take home and serve to your family tonight. This week's special is chicken and sausage jambalaya for only $7.49 per pound, with roasted potatoes and peppers for $4.99 per pound.
21 days of beauty. 21 days with daily beauty steals of up to 50% off. 21 days of Slay. 21 days of Yay. 21 days of Are You Kidding Me right now? Beauty's biggest event is on now till September 16th at Ulta Beauty. Discover irresistible deals on must-have brands like IT Cosmetics and Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Plus, new launches from Pat McGrath Labs. Shop in-store, online, or pick up today. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply.
Nothing slows my little girl down, except a stuffy nose.
Mommy.
That's why I use Sinex Children's Saline from Vicks. Sinex instantly clears mucus in everyday stuffy little noses with a gentle, ultra-fine mist designed for kids. Just Sinex? Breathe. Her stuffy nose is gone for now. And so is she.
Sinex Children's Saline. Sinex, breathe. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
It's Randy Rainwater. Join me for the Sonic Blast this Friday in Lone Oak when the Jackrabbits host Forest City. Brought to you by Sonic Drive-In and 1037 The Buzz.
You ready? Let's go.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from